You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. The box office is now open for 2018 individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game mini plans for the 2018 season are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please dial extensions 115 or 116 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please dial extension 106 or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smoke and Owls party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the Dream Team. Group ticket packages for the 2018 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please dial extension 124 during normal business hours to speak with our Director of Group Sales. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. For more information, please contact our Merchandise and Client Relations Manager at extension 110. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102. Quacker Jack, the 8-time Best Long Island Mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. The box office is now open for 2018 individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game mini plans for the 2018 season are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please dial extensions 115 or 116 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please dial extension 106 or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smoke and Owls party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2018 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please dial extension 124 during normal business hours to speak with our Director of Group Sales. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. For more information, please contact our Merchandise and Client Relations Manager at extension 110. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102. Quacker Jack, the 8-time Best Long Island Mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page or YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. The box office is now open for 2018 individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also purchase your tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX, going online to liducks.com, or visiting our mobile app. Season ticket packages and 10-game mini plans for the 2018 season are also available. To find out more information and secure your seats, please dial extensions 115 or 116 to speak with someone in our ticket office. Get your business recognized by hundreds of thousands of Long Islanders by taking advantage of the advertising and sponsorship opportunities currently available with the Long Island Ducks. For more information, please dial extension 106 or check us out on the web at liducks.com. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2018 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, please dial extension 124 during normal business hours to speak with our Director of Group Sales. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking the merchandise icon. For more information, please contact our Merchandise and Client Relations Manager at extension 110. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102. Quacker Jack, the 8-time Best Long Island Mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at extension 102 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily.
This is Long Island Ducks Baseball. Justin Davies at the plate. The winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on. Bouncing ball left side. Off the mitt. Up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch. And the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
Live from Bethpage Ballpark, this is Long Island Ducks baseball. LIDucks.com, YouTube, Facebook, seen and heard around the world. David Weiss alongside Chris King, and it is Irish night here at Bethpage Ballpark. Not the last time you'll hear that sound effect. Chris, this is the second of a day-night doubleheader. 3-game series, Ducks against the New Britain Bees. Last night's game was rained out about a day and a half in advance. The Ducks preemptively just canceling it because of those storms that we knew were going to hit us, which they did. So it turned into a day-night doubleheader. The day campers were here, and you were here at 11 o'clock this morning, and now we got beautiful weather for the nightcap. But the Ducks now looking for the split.
Yeah, it was not a good game for Long Island, David. No doubt about it. Because again, they lost the game by the score of 7-2, and it really wasn't what New Britain did. It was what Ducks pitching didn't do. Ducks pitching walked a dozen bees. 4 times the Ducks issued a bases-loaded walk, and they lost by 5. So clearly, they are looking to try to earn a split. They will have the luck of the Irish on their side, and we've got an all-star pitching matchup on both sides going into this game tonight, so it should be just terrific.
You are referring to the Ducks' Jake Fisher and the New Britain Bees' Rainey Lara. Much more about them to come in our pregame show. But coming up next, our own Chris King has a nice chat with the skipper of the Long Island Ducks, Kevin Baez. Gorgeous night for baseball. There's a seat waiting for you here on Irish Night. Join us here, Bethpage Ballpark, the Ducks and the Bees.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Chris King and David Weiss back at Bethpage Ballpark. Just a gorgeous night for baseball. And again, the second of 2 games today, a day-night doubleheader with the Ducks dropping the first one earlier today, 7-2, and looking for a bounce back here tonight. Well, the reason we are playing tonight is because last night was rained out. Of course, Monday a scheduled night off. Last night rained out, but very rarely do baseball players get 2 consecutive days and nights off during the regular season outside of the All-Star break. So that's where I begin my conversation with Ducks skipper Kevin Baez about having those rare back-to-back days off. Here's KB.
Yeah, not too often, and I think our next one is 30 more days from now. So, I told the guys to enjoy it. Obviously, the weather wasn't good yesterday, so it was a good call on Mike and Frank's part to call that game. And, we got an 11:05 game today and a 6:35 game. So guys are well rested and ready to go.
Well, Kevin, take me back to this weekend in the series at York. Kind of a crazy one where you had a blowout loss, a blowout win, and then the rubber game goes 2-1 against you.
It's just the first game, obviously, we got blown out, and it was nice to see the guys respond. The next game, we blew them out. And then we kind of knew it was going to be a pitcher's duel, and we were just hoping we'd come on top, and we came out not on top. So a good game. Badamo pitched well for us. We just couldn't get any big hits.
Prior to that, though, you come back home here to start the second half and sweep the best team in the league in the Sugar Land Skeeters. What did that do for the confidence of your club?
Yeah, no, we needed to, turn the slate as far as the first half. We weren't playing well, particularly towards the end. Started the second half right before the All-Star break. 3 games against a good team that won the first half, Sugar Land. So it was good to see the guys come out, play the right way. I think if we do that, we have the talent here to perform, and it was good, the 3-game series against them, and went to York and lost 2 out of 3, though.
The last time you and I were in this office, Kevin, it was a week ago. It was All-Star Day. Tell me what the All-Star game was like for you, and to finally get that win, something you hadn't had as a manager.
Yeah, no, it was exciting. It was at home, like you said, to get my first win at home. It was special, so I'll take it. It was an exciting night. The fireworks were great. The festivities were great. A walk-off win, so we couldn't ask for a better night.
Well, tell me about that walk-off, because I'm doing the call, and there's Gustavo Pierre of the Road Warriors scoring the winning run, a guy who never gets to walk off, and, I mean, that's the ultimate storyline, right?
That is, actually, yeah. You know what? I didn't even think about it at the time, but, great, because they're always obviously on the road. So he actually said to me before the game when he had his white pants on, he goes, I don't even know what this is. So it was nice. Great kid, great talent, so to get the winning run was nice.
All right, let's put the focus on this series now. Tell me what you've seen from the New Britain Bees so far this year. All 3 series have gone to a rubber game.
No, they got a good team. They got obviously a good manager, a good pitching coach there. Their starting pitching is good. Their relievers are very good, and their lineup is good. So, we got to come out every day against them and give it our all, because they got a good team over there.
Well, Kevin, you played for the New York Mets. When you look across and see a guy who was a member of their 1986 championship team in Wally Backman, what is it like to manage against him?
Well, Wally and I, we go way back from the fantasy camp, actually. That's where we got to know each other. Great guy, great baseball guy. It's exciting, but again, at the end of the day, it's about the New Britain Bees and the Long Island Ducks. So, I'll try to control what I can control. I'm sure he'll do the same.
Speaking of that control, the last time you two played here on this field, both of you got ejected. Do you see that fire that he had as a player still with him as a manager?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. I think, is that the first time on the same call?
I think so, yeah.
Is it? Somebody asked me that the other day at a camp, actually. On the same call, usually one manager gets thrown out because it doesn't go his way. Both managers will get thrown out. So I don't know if that, I should say, something to look back at, but it's one of those things that I guess now we can look back and say we both got thrown out on the same call.
But does that personality carry over from the way he was as a player to the way he is as a manager from what you've seen of him?
Yeah, I mean, his personality is his personality. Everybody has their own personality, so it usually reflects your team. But ultimately, your players play, and you just try to put your players in a good position to perform.
Well, Kevin, big day for you with 2 games. When you look at the Somerset Patriots, they win the first half and they open the second half 7-0. How tough is that to see them break so strong?
Yeah, very, very difficult, very tough. But, they got a good team over there, obviously, and we can't control, what they're doing right now. We can only try to control what we're doing. And the game at hand is this 11:05 game against New Britain. Obviously the second half just started, but, they got off to a good start. We need to kick it up to a notch as well.
And again, you'll have the Patriots. And that is the manager of the Long Island Ducks, Kevin Baez. We'll take a break, and when we come back, a closer look at the pitching matchup for this contest tonight. Again, a pair of All-Stars going head-to-head. A week ago, they met on the All-Star game on this field. Tonight, it is righty Rainey Lara for New Britain and southpaw Jake Fisher for Long Island when we return to the Duck Pond.
Hey, fans. This is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss and Chris King. The Long Island Ducks, the New Britain Bees, the second game of a day-night doubleheader and game 2 of this 3-game series. Chris, last time you and I were in this booth together, it was the fabulous, from start to finish, All-Star game, which was last week. Could not have gone any better, not just for the Liberty Division, but for the Long Island Ducks organization as a whole, as the hosts, even the All-Star dinner the night before, which you emceed. Everything went so perfectly, and now we get to see 2 of the All-Stars facing each other in this pitching matchup.
Yeah, a week ago tonight, David, they were teammates. Tonight they go head-to-head. We're talking about righty Rainey Lara of the New Britain Bees. He's 5-3 with a 3.51 ERA, and opposed by lefty Jake Fisher for Long Island, 3-4 with an ERA of 4.29. Now, Fisher got knocked around a little bit in the All-Star game. It didn't matter because the Liberty Division won in the end, but Rainey Lara tossed a scoreless inning in his All-Star outing, but it should be just a terrific pitching matchup tonight between the lefty for Long Island and the righty for the Bees.
We've got the teams out on the field, at least the Long Island Ducks are out, and so are the New Britain Bees. And we got the national anthem on the way. The Dream Teamers are out there somewhere. That was from earlier today, the Long Beach Waterfront Warriors on the third base side. And what a scene it was with the day campers, thousands of them at 11 o'clock this morning, and all those quackers. Time now for the Irish Jerry Finley and Shandon Court American Metro Gnomes from Greenlawn performing our Star-Spangled Banner. This should be great.
He will now lead us in the singing of the Irish National Anthem.
Sheena Fina Fa Atholi Allegan When Darsun Arthengoranikun There was Vaskir Shanshir Shinshar Fasta Niak Harfen Sheran Nafin Trau Anotahin Sabarnagwil Leganer Gil Con Bosch Nusil Legon Isfrid in Anagnavaler Shoiv Konig Adon
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Beautiful national anthem of Ireland from Jerry Finley. And now our national anthem, the Metronomes of Greenlawn.
We ask you now to please remain standing as the Metronomes from Greenlawn will now lead us with our national anthem.
That was beyond adorable. Hopefully you're watching on YouTube. The Metronomes of Green Lawn with their strings and in harmony as well with the instrumental Star Spangled Banner, and Jerry Finley before that with Ireland's national anthem. Off to a great start as Chris King looks at tonight's starting lineup.
Well, David, first for the visiting New Britain Bees, as managed by first-year skipper Wally Backman. They come in 4-3, tied with the Ducks for second place in the Liberty Division in the second half. 3 games back of the first-place Somerset Patriots, who again won the first half Liberty Division title and have started the second half a perfect 7-0. Darren Ford leads it off in center field. Brock Stassi, the 2-man in left. Davidson Romero, our home run derby champion a week ago tonight, will DH and bat third, and Jason Rogers is the cleanup man at first. In right field batting fifth, Matt Tuiasosopo, Jonathan Galvez at second base hitting sixth. In the 7-hole, it's Vinny Sienna, the shortstop, batting eighth, the catcher Ryan Wagner, and hitting ninth, the third baseman Vince Condi. All of that in support of the right-hander Rainey Lara. On the year, Lara 5-3 with a 3.51 earned run average. Well, Kevin Baez's Long Island Ducks are also 4-3 in the second half. They again are tied for second. 3 games back of the first-place Patriots, and Jordani Valdespin, the league's leading hitter, leads it off at second base. Emilio Bonifacio, the 2-man in center. Travis Snyder DHs and bats third, and Lou Ford swings cleanup in left field. Taylor Ard will play third base and bat fifth. David Washington at first hits sixth. In the 7-hole, it's catcher Ramon Cabrera batting eighth, right fielder Anthony Vega, and hitting ninth, Dan Lyons, the shortstop. Right now on the hill, going through his warm-ups, the 27-year-old left-hander from Oklahoma, 5'11", 185-pound Jake Fisher, 3-4 on the year with a 4.29 earned run average.
As we said, this happens to be Irish night. We've heard lots of Irish songs during the pregame. We'll see lots of Irish promotions during the game as well. But let me get this out of the way. The one thing I haven't heard yet, the Unicorn song. That's the song that we always hear on St. Patrick's Day every year.
Yep.
So I have rewritten the Unicorn song to include every team in the Atlantic League. Are you ready?
Do it.
We've got green barnstormers and long neck bees. The Somerset Patriots, the Road Warriors, if you please. The Revs, the Crabs, the Skeeters will bring plenty of yucks, but there's no team around like our Long Island Ducks.
Well done, David Weiss. Now I am truly ready to go.
There you go. Wait till Jewish Heritage Night. I got Yiddish for you. New Britain Bees are up. Center fielder Darren Ford leading off, and the first pitch on the way from Jake Fisher is butted. It's pushed toward the first base line. Fisher takes it and throws, and in time to David Washington. A very good play on the first pitch of the game from Jake Fisher on a very good bunt from one of the speediest players in the Atlantic League, Darren Ford.
Oh, no doubt about it. Why not try to surprise the pitcher, right? See if Jake Fisher is ready to bounce off the hill, but he did, and he threw a dart to David Washington at first. So 1 pitch and 1 out on the bunt attempt by Ford.
So 1 out, nobody on. Brock Stassi, the left fielder, stands in.
Should get our temperature here on this pitch, David. What are you? I'm going 75. What about you?
A little warmer, 78.
Okay.
First pitch is outside for a ball. Waiting for Mr. Raton, my sound-alike in the public address announcing booth.
Come on, Bob. Where are you? Where's the bullet?
A little slow on the uptake. We'll get to it. And the 1-0 to Stassi is in there.
Transportation Services temperature of tonight's ball game, 82 degrees.
Wow, we were both underneath.
Now, David, that's unusual because in the AM game today at 11 a.m. it was 79.
Wow.
So it's warmer now at 6:35 p.m. than it was at 11 a.m., right?
Yeah, well, the hottest point of the day, I remember from my weather forecasting days, is between 3 and 5. It doesn't warm up later.
So how does it get hotter? That's very strange.
Yeah.
But no humidity. You know what? That storm last night took out all the humidity.
Absolutely, and I think the ball will carry because of that, although right now there's not too much of a breeze in either direction. 1-2 pitch is ripped to center field. Emilio Bonifacio has to take a couple of steps back, but makes the grab. And now 2 down here in the top of the first. So it brings up All-Star and Home Run Derby champion from last week, Davidson Romero, the designated hitter here tonight. Romero on the season at 275, 10 homers, 42 RBIs, and yes, he does lead the New Britain Bees in home runs. Put on a show in that home run derby. First pitch, a big swing and a ground ball to the left of Dan Lyons. Throws across to first baseman Washington, and that will do it. A 1-2-3 inning, nothing across. It's the Bees nothing. The Ducks coming up. The Ducks just retired the Bees 1-2-3, making this another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning with energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island. Saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1-2-3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way. PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at PSEGLINY.com/efficiency.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, fans, every walk by a Ducks batter this season is presented by City MD Urgent Care. Now, there are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Well, just walk in.
So it's the Ducks and the Bees. Top of the first inning, nothing across for New Britain as Jake Fisher very quickly retired the Bees 1-2-3. To the bottom of the first we go. Jordani Valdespin, the league's leading hitter, leading off. Emilio Bonifacio will be second. And the DH, Travis Snyder, to face the starter and all-star, Rainey Lara. On the mound, the right-hander for the New Britain Bees. Good crowd on hand after thousands showed up for that 11 o'clock day campers special. Once a year, the day campers arrive in all those buses, and boy, did they have a ball midday today. Valdespin hitting from the left side. Lara kicks and deals, and he's first pitch swinging and fouls it out of play left side, 0-1. Valdespin at .359 on the season, 2 for 4 in the opener. The 7-2 loss to the New Britain Bees earlier today. Again, that .359 tops in the Atlantic League. 4 homers, 30 RBIs, also has 14 steals, 57 runs scored. Every statistic is either leading the league or in the top 5. 0-1 pitch on the way, and this one is fouled left side, could be playable. That's Vince Condi who makes the catch over near the wall. Nice catch as he leaned over near the fence that guards the New Britain dugout. 1 down.
Yeah, I thought that was in for sure, David, but Valdespin unfortunately has to head back to the dugout as Condi made a nice grab there using the rail to kind of slow his momentum a bit.
That brings up Emilio Bonifacio, also among the league's leading hitters in the top 10. His average at .312, 3 homers, 30 RBIs. So 1 out, nobody on, scoreless early here. And the nightcap of a day-night doubleheader against the New Britain Bees. The Ducks looking for the split as Bonifacio takes a strike. It's 0-1.
They mentioned the day game, David, about 100 short of a sellout. It was jam-packed with camps from all over Long Island.
0-1 pitch, ripped toward the gap, right center field, that drops in. Darren Ford, the center fielder, will corral it. It's a long single for Emilio Bonifacio. He is aboard with the Ducks' first base hit.
Well, he gets the drama out of the way early, making an 11-game hitting streak now for Bonifacio, who had a homer in the opening game.
Bonifacio's 3rd home run of the season and the 54th overall for the Long Island Ducks. So Travis Snyder coming up, DH for the Ducks at .281, 10 homers, 52 runs batted in. Snyder was 2 for 4 with a run scored in the first game of this day-night twin bill. Batting from the left side, slightly open stance. Bonifacio with a good lead, and a first pitch swing from Snyder just missed it. Fouled straight back to the netting. Good hack. 0-1 to Travis.
Again, the Bees won the first game today 7-2, David. They only had 5 singles and a double, but Ducks pitchers issued a dozen walks, 12 of them. So that was the difference in the 5-run defeat for Long Island.
Yeah, that is self-inflicted damage. Bonifacio, by the way, with tremendous speed. 16 for 17 in the stolen base department. And right on cue, Rainey Lara heard me and throws on over to check on Bonifacio. Ducks would like to break out on top here. They quickly fell behind 4-0 after 2.5 innings in the opener of this doubleheader. Next pitch outside, 1-1 to Snyder.
Yeah, they got back to 4-2, David, then gave those runs right back and eventually fell 7-2 in our day game before nearly 6,000 youngsters, most of them wearing those camp shirts, all the matching colors, just pockets of groups of youngsters in shirts of all different colors around the park.
1-1 pitch, hard slider, inside corner strike, 1-2. So if you had thousands of day campers, that also means you had thousands of quackers.
Oh, of course. The quackers were going. Quacker Jack was getting them going. They were so loud, but they made, for an absolutely great atmosphere. It only happens once a year, camp day, and it's just tremendous.
Now, would that game have been a 9-inning affair had this not been a day-night doubleheader?
Yes, yep, so that was the plan.
It shortened it to 7, but this is a full 9. And Bonifacio taking off as Snyder swung and fouled it straight back to the net. If we had a microphone and headset on Kevin Baez, we could ask him if that was a designed hit and run or if it just turned out that way. Unlike the Major League All-Star game where we heard lots of players and others in the dugout talking during the game.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Kind of fun. Would love to have that here. 1-2 the count. Lara's pitch to Snyder downstairs and blocked by Ryan Wagner. And a good block there as Bonifacio holds on. Count now even at 2-2 with 1 down, 1 on. Bottom of the first, no score. Ducks and New Britain Bees, who are tied in the Liberty Division. Second half underway now, and Ducks and Bees both at 4-3 and both trailing the unbeaten Somerset Patriots by 3 games. They are 7-0. On behalf of everyone who watches the Somerset Patriots, I'd like to tell them, please cut it out. And this one's hit in the air. Center field, waiting for it to come down is Darren Ford. That took a long time to drop. Snyder flies out to center, 2 down.
Hey, you talked about how cool it was last night in the All-Star game. Bryce Harper in center field talking to Joe Buck as the game goes on. It was really just something amazing to see and listen to. So, including the ball being hit right at Harper, and Joe Buck said, Bryce, I would have that if I was out there, so you better make this catch, and he did. But you know what, David? Each Atlantic League team generally gets the All-Star game once every 8 years. I'm going to start working on it right now. For the 2026 game here, we're going to mic up whoever makes it from the Ducks, all right?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Wouldn't that be great?
Years ago, we used to, send me into the stands with a microphone, but let's mic some of the participants. That would be even better.
Awesome.
Lou Ford at the plate, the ageless one, the left fielder tonight for the Ducks. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Lou at 279, 5 homers, 45 RBIs. All-Star appearance, of course, this year. 2 down, 1 on as Bonifacio dives back with an attempted pickoff there. Ford, as we note, every time he comes to the plate, birthday August 12th, will turn 42. He's not phoning it in.
No.
He's in left field and is still one of the most important Ducks. And there's a play off the glove of Jonathan Galvez. Bonifacio with his speed will make it easily to third as he was running on the quack of the bat. Ford with a base hit, I would believe, as Galvez tried to come up with it. It is ruled as a hit. Lou Ford, base hit, right field. So now 2 on, runners on the corners with 2 down, and Taylor Ard coming to the plate.
So a 6-game hitting streak for Lou Ford as he too gets it out of the way early. And as you mentioned, David, Ducks falling behind in the day game today, in which they fell 7-2 the final. Now a chance to break on top here if Ard can come through. And he's been one of their hottest hitters of late. A 12-game hitting streak is what he brings in. That's tied for Jordani Valdespin with Jordani for the top streak of any Duck this season.
And Ard has that average up to 283 now. 10 homers, 28 RBIs. 3-way tie for the team lead in home runs as he takes a strike right down Carlton Avenue, 0-1.
Something we should mention, too, about Rainey Lara, the starting pitcher for the Bees, David. He did talk about his all-star credentials, and he's got them, but he has given up 11 home runs. That's tied for the most of any pitcher in the league, so that's been the one area he's got to clean up.
ERA of 3.51 coming into the game. 0-1 pitch, and another nice stop by Ryan Wagner on an off-speed pitch that landed well off the plate. So the count 1-1. Bonifacio 90 feet away from the Ducks' first run. He's at third base. Lou Ford, who singled moments ago, at first. There are 2 down. Ducks trying to break out on top after A 7-2 loss in the opener of this day-night doubleheader. Ard from the right side of the plate against the righty, Lara, as Ard takes a big swing, fouls it over everything to the right side. And a count now 1-2.
And that loss evened up the season series between these two teams. Ducks have 5 wins. New Britain has 5 wins. And both teams again tied in second half records at 4-3. So about as evenly matched as you can be. All 3 series prior, David, have gone to a rubber game. Ducks won it twice. New Britain won it once.
Coming set, Lara. And the 1-2 to Taylor. Swing and a miss. Went fishing. Little chum on the line, but came up empty. So a strikeout in the first one for Lara in the inning for the Long Island Ducks. They threaten but do not score. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. At the end of 1 inning of play at Bethpage Ballpark, it's the Ducks nothing, the Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green, so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Andrew Barbosa still out with shoulder tightness. Jair Jurgens has a shoulder problem as well. And, of course, Rob Rogers is done after Tommy John surgery. Available to Kevin Baez off the bench for this game. From the right side, Robert De La Hoz, Audie Affiner, and Cody Puckett. And from the left, Daniel Fields. And some good news on Matt Larkins. Of course, the starting pitcher for the Ducks has been away for a good reason, David. He and his wife, Lindsay, recently welcomed in their first child. Oliver Brooks Larkins was born July 11th at 10:38 a.m., 7 pounds, 10 ounces, 20 inches long. Everybody doing fine, and Matt Larkins will start his return to the Ducks out of the bullpen and eventually return to his starting role. So congratulations to the new Larkin family member. Larkins, I should say. Now the family is 3.
Welcome to the land of parenthood.
Yes.
Life will never be the same, Matt, but in a good way. That's
Absolutely.
Great news. All right, so top of the second inning, it's Jason Rogers, the All-Star, at the plate against Jake Fisher. First pitch inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Rogers was 0 for 2 in last week's All-Star game, one of several New Britain Bees represented. First baseman for New Britain. It's at 306, 5 homers, 41 RBIs. He's among the top 10 hitters in the Atlantic League in terms of his average. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Jason. No score, top of inning number 2. Beautiful night for baseball. And he hits one the other way deep. Anthony Vega's going back. He's at the warning track. Looks like he's got room. Makes the catch right at the wall. Anthony Vega with that speed, you know, he'd catch up to it if it was still in the ballpark, and it was barely a long, loud out to start the second inning.
Yeah, it just shows you his opposite field power, David, no doubt about it.
And Matt Tuiasosopo is our 10th player of tonight's game. Did you know you can join Planet Fitness for as low as $10 a month? Visit planetfitness.com today to find your nearest club and learn more. The right fielder for the New Britain Bees. Looked like he wanted to pull the trigger, but held up. First pitch inside, 1-0. Tuiasosopo at 214, 3 homers, 15 RBIs. Jake Fisher's next pitch, a swing and a miss. Right in on the hands. Looked like a cutter. That one just diving in on the right fielder for the Bees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on, top of the second. Scoreless. Ducks and Bees. Next pitch inside. And if I'm impressing you with Tuiasosopo, that's only because his brother plays professional football in the NFL, and that's how we all learned how to pronounce that long last name.
Exactly right.
2-1 pitch on the way. Nips the outside corner. Good pitch by Jake. It's 2-2.
This Tui Asasopo did make it to the big leagues with the Mariners, the Tigers, and the Braves, and it was Seattle that originally picked him, a third-round selection back in 2004.
2-2 pitch on the way, and that just missed inside. It was close. 3-2. Tom Gandolfo, home plate umpire. Freddie DeJesus, first base. Silvio Martinez, the man in blue at third. Payoff pitch to Tui Asasopo, and there's a broken bat, little looper. Third baseman Taylor Ard, no problem, 2 down.
What are the odds, David, of the same family having one child play professional football in the NFL and one child play professional baseball in the major leagues? That's just beyond belief that can happen. And I know it's happened many times, but still, that's just incredible.
No, it's still unusual, still worth noting, and that is one deep athletic gene pool.
Yes.
I mean, that is an athletic family. Jonathan Galvez, fellow All-Star, second baseman for the New Britain Bees, now up 2 down, nobody on. Jake Fisher has retired. First 5 he's faced. First pitch, fastball just inside, 1-0. Galvez on the season at 273. 5 homers, he's knocked in 19. He scored 24. 8 steals as well. Good all-around talent. And he rips one left center field. Emilio Bonifacio racing over and catches that liner on the run. Nice play by Bonifacio, and the side is retired. 6 up, 6 down for Jake Fisher and the Long Island Ducks against the New Britain Bees. Nothing across for New Britain, and nobody left at the end of an inning and a half. Go to the bottom of the second. We remain scoreless. New Britain nothing, Long Island nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Rob Rogers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, follow along all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks now at 54 home runs. And, David, I got to get out of the way because this guy can make it 55.
On the very first pitch, David Washington was trying, but rolls over a grounder to second baseman Jonathan Galvez. Over to Rogers. 1 pitch, 1 down. But with Washington, I'm telling you, take notice on every pitch, and he loves the swing of the first pitch, too. He has hit some of the longest and highest homers we've seen in many years here at Bethpage Ballpark.
And he had a home run for the Ducks in York on Sunday in their 2-1 loss. And then Emilio Bonifacio had one earlier today for the Ducks, his third of the year.
Ducks All-Star Ramon Cabrera, their catcher, now up, 7th man in the order. Against starter Rainey Lara. First pitch on the way, misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The Ducks threatened in the bottom of the first, but could not cash in. Single by Bonifacio with 1 down, and a 2-out single by Lou Ford. Runners on the corners, 2 down, but Taylor Ard was struck out by Lara. So we remain scoreless. Bottom of the second. The count now 1-1 on Ramon Cabrera at 238. Has not hit a homer, has driven in 9. One of the best defensive catchers you will have in the Atlantic League as he hits one the other way, left field, taken by Brock Stassi, makes the grab, 2 down. So brings up the 8th man in the order, Anthony Vega, to face Rainey Lara.
Anthony Vega, number 9.
Vega, who joined the Ducks in progress this year, but is not a new Long Island Duck by any stretch. Had a very successful 2017 in so many different categories, not the least of which is his speed, what he can do on the bases. He's a 218 now, a homer, 3 RBIs, 10 for 11 in the stolen base department. He gets on, and he's a blur from there. 1 ball and no strikes to Vega.
Joined the Ducks this year, David, June 1st, and was playing New Britain that night, went 2 for 3 with a walk. Welcome back.
So let's see if he picks up where he left off against the New Britain Bees, likes their pitching. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Vega. Dan Lyons, number 9 man, waiting on deck. Just after 7 o'clock, and the weather could not be better. 2-0 pitch, hits the inside corner. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Still time to come on out and join us. Again, if you're Irish, come on out. If you're not, come on out. You get lots of entertainment here.
Just like St. Patrick's Day. On Irish night, everybody's Irish. Next pitch is inside. That was a cross-up. As catcher Ryan Wagner was setting up outside, that one came inside. He had to reach across his body to snare it. And it's 3 balls and a strike to Anthony Vega. I guess tonight will be David O. Weiss and Chris O'King.
Yes, the King family has a lot of Irish in them, so this is fun for me here tonight.
3-1 pitch, home run hack by Vega, swing and a miss, count full at 3-2.
Both of my grandmothers arrived off the boat from Ireland, so 50% certainly on the grandma's side of the King family.
All right. 3-2 pitch on the way, and that was fouled out of play left side. And I can tell you, as an avid and addicted golfer, it is my bucket list dream to go to Ballybunion.
The pictures of those courses.
So many of the courses. I mean, just no matter where you go in Ireland, there's so many great courses, just like Scotland. But Ireland, never been. Want to go. Payoff pitch on the way, and that one is hit a mile high. Looks like it's going to be out of play in front of us. Came down hard.
Yeah, straight down below, and a gentleman with a youngster with him has the ball. I hope the youngster's going to get the ball from the gentleman in the big white hat. He's got several youngsters with him, and he handed it right over to one of them. So great job.
Beautiful. Good-looking guy, too, with the fedora. I like that.
He is. He's dressed up, decked out for Irish night.
Next pitch up high. Anthony Vega is aboard. First walk issued to the Ducks tonight by Rainey Lara. That Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So we mentioned Vega's speed, and with Lyons at the plate, you would assume Vega is not going to wait too long before trying to swipe second. Danny at the plate. It's a 207, 2 homers, 19 RBIs. Lions with a good lead. And Danny, first pitch swinging, fouls it out of play right side, 0-1. So the numbers on Vega, despite the 218 average, 10 steals, has been caught stealing only once. Now resumes his lead as Lara looks in. Righty-righty matchup here. Takes a long look in, and the 0-1. Hard slider just missing outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Ryan Wagner is catching both games of this doubleheader for the New Britain Bees, so maybe you want to test that arm of the catcher. Meanwhile, Ducks had Audie Affiner catch the first game, Ramon Cabrera catch the second. So Kevin Baez gave his guys a little break. Ryan Wagner's going to catch 16 innings today.
That's a long day. 1-1 pitch is ripped to center field. Coming in hard is Darren Ford, and will make the catch, jogging in, and that will do it here in the bottom of the second for the Long Island Ducks. No runs, no hits, a walk, a man left. We finished 2 at Bethpage Ballpark. We remain scoreless. Bees nothing, Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, on the out-of-town scoreboard, a couple of matinees in the Atlantic League. Earlier today, on this very field, the New Britain Bees beat the Long Island Ducks 7-2 in a 7-inning affair. Meanwhile, down in Sugar Land, Texas, the Skeeters blanked the Road Warriors 5-0. Sugar Land has now won 6 straight games. The Road Warriors are 0-9 to open the second half. Down in Southern Maryland tonight, 1-0 Patriots, top of the second there, and no score in Lancaster as the Barnstormers host the Revolution.
So for the New Britain Bees, the bottom third of their order, Vinny Sienna, Ryan Wagner, Vince Condi. To face Jake Fisher, who has been perfect so far, and on the first pitch, Vinny Sienna sends it to deep left center field. Bonifacio, though, no problem, like a gazelle, just going back nice and easy, making the catch, and one down.
Very interesting, David. Something I talked about a lot this morning, but the way the schedule worked out for the Atlantic League this year, the teams finished the first half, played 3 games to start the second half, then the All-Star break came around, then the Ducks had a rain out, a couple of days off, so a lot of pitchers who haven't worked in a long time. Outside of his 1 inning in the All-Star game, this is Jake Fisher's first start in 13 days. That's a long break in between.
And he could not look sharper.
Exactly.
He has retired 7 in a row here, and 0-1 the count to Ryan Wagner. He's around the plate, not wasting many pitches at all. And Fisher pitching quickly. 0-1 on the way. Bounced foul left side, and very quickly out in front of Ryan Wagner. 0-2. Wagner on the season is at 0-91. So he's 1 for 11. His 5th game as a New Britain Bee. 1 homer and has knocked in 4. Batting from the right side against the lefty, Jake Fisher. And that one hits Ryan Wagner. How about that? With an 0.91 average, Fisher surrenders his first base runner by hitting Wagner on the knee.
The perfect game is gone, David. It won't happen on Irish night.
Number 35.
But the no-no still intact.
Oh, you shouldn't have gone there, though, my friend.
Well, it's early. I won't say it again. Vince Condi, the third baseman and number 9 man in the order. Stands in. Condi at 138. He is 4 for 29, playing his 11th game as a New Britain Bee. No homers, 5 RBIs as he takes a ball. 1-0 to Condi. Wagner at first base has not attempted a steal in his time as a New Britain Bee, just a few games in. Saying one thing, though, about Wagner being dwarfed at first base by David Washington, but then again, David Washington has that effect on most everyone else. And it's 2 balls and no strikes on Condi.
We'll talk about the problems the Ducks had in the first game today, David. Condi was one of them. He's the 9-man. He was batting 107 coming in. The Ducks walked him 3 times, and he had a hit his other time up. So you can't walk the 9-batter 3 times in the same game.
2-0 pitch to Condi here, and he takes a big rip. Fouls it out of play. Over our heads, it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Condi.
And he ends up scoring a run. He drove in 2. And again, the Ducks pitching staff issued 4 bases-loaded walks to drive in runs in the game. So they made it way too easy for New Britain in that contest. The Ducks actually out-hit the Bees 11-6 and lost by 5 runs due to the walks.
Fisher comes set, looks at the runner, and the 2-1 on the way, and that is ripped over the second baseman, Jordani Valdespin's head. Taken by Bonifacio very quickly, gets it in fast, preventing Wagner from advancing to third. So a single to right center by Condi. So after retiring the first 7, Jake Fisher hits Ryan Wagner and gives up the single to Condi to right center. 2 on now with 1 out.
And I'm hanging that one squarely on you for saying no, David.
All right.
You got to wear it. You got to wear it. You brought it on. You got to wear it.
It wasn't exactly the next pitch, but it was close enough.
It was the same batter. Come on. What more do you want?
Similar to me actually turning to you and saying, this game is zipping right along.
Oh, thanks for that now.
I wasn't referring to this one necessarily. And you know something? We can take our time tonight. No better place I'd want to be.
Oh, it is. It's so gorgeous right now. No humidity at all that we've been dealing with for weeks. It's gone.
So Darren Ford back to the top of the order, batting from the right side. First pitch from Fisher is inside. It's 1-0. Ford, on the very first pitch of the game, tried to bunt his way on, a push bunt toward first base. Fisher got over there quickly, tossed it to David Washington to beat Ford by half a step. Ford with lots of speed. You want to keep him off the bases. Stands well up on the plate. 1-0 pitch, inside corner for a strike. That's the thing. With Ford standing at the plate, it's almost as if his kneecaps are over the plate, and pitches that would look inside on anyone else can be called strikes on Darren Ford.
He's been hit 6 times already this year. That's 5th most in the league.
You can see where he's standing. No wonder. 1-1 pitch, golfed in the air, looks playable. David Washington is coming over and makes the grab right in front of the Ducks dugout. Nice play by Washington, a big second out.
Yeah, used that big first baseman's glove, turned it over to the backhand side, and the dugout giving him some love there, but that is a huge second out for Jake Fisher.
So it brings up Brock Stassi, the left fielder who flied to center his first time up. So still 2 on, but now 2 out. And Stassi batting from the left side against the righty, Jake Fisher. Jake encountering his first problem of the evening after retiring the Bees 1-2-3 in the first 2 innings. And Jake's first pitch on the way to Stassi. Big overhand, looping lollipop curveball. Hits the corner for a strike, 0-1. Fairly good speed on the bases with Condi and then Wagner behind him. 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball nips the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. So Fisher now has Stassi all set up. Fisher has not struck out a batter yet.
That's been the only surprise. He came in with 66 Ks, 3rd most in the league. Of course, trying to catch his teammate, Bennett Parry, who has over 100 strikeouts and leads the league by a country mile.
He does. 0-2 pitch on the way, a waste pitch, off speed, well outside, 1-2. Stassi wasn't going for it. The dangerous Davidson Romero, the DH, waiting on deck. Scoreless. Top of the 3rd. Ballpark, Ducks and New Britain Bees. On this beautiful July 18th. Fisher comes set on the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and there's your first strikeout. I mentioned a no-hitter. There's a single. Chris mentioned strikeout, and Jake delivers right there. First strikeout of the game for Jake Fisher. Stassi goes down swinging. No runs, a hit, 2 men left with the hit pitch. And at the end of 2.5 here at Bethpage Ballpark, we're still scoreless, the Bees and the Ducks.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, hey, Duck fans, the final out at the top of the 3rd inning tonight was the 15th out of our ball game. Now, did you know that a 15-minute call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com.
So for the Ducks, against New Britain Bees starter, Rainey Laron's going to be to the top of the order. Jordani Valdespin, the league's leading hitter, followed by Emilio Bonifacio and Travis Snyder. Here in a scoreless duel, bottom of the 3rd. Valdespin batting from the left side against the righty, Lara. Jordani fouled out to 3rd baseman Vince Condi his first time up. First pitch is inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Valdespin. Again, he came in to action today's leading hitter, 357, now at 359 after going 2 for 4 in the opener of this day-night doubleheader earlier today. 1-0 pitch on the way, smacked, and that is in the hole, right side. The throw across, not in time to beat Giordani to the bag as first baseman Jason Rogers went for it, couldn't get it. Galvez, the second baseman, tried to throw it to pitcher Rainey Lara covering, but no way to beat the speedy Valdespin to the bag. Infield single for Giordani.
Number 5, Emilio Bonifacio.
And that was number 100 for Giordani. Hit number 100 on the season, leading the league in hits. The first player to reach the century mark in hits.
And he took the baseball.
How about that?
Yeah.
Now that says something. Giordani with major league experience.
Yeah.
The Mets and others, it means something to him. And to the fans as well, as he's recognized by the fans with his 100th hit of the season. Bonifacio now coming up. There's no way to overstate what he has meant to this team.
Everything, absolutely everything, on and off the field, David.
Yep, locker room, everywhere. First pitch fastball up high to Bonifacio, who singled to right his first time up. The Ducks have had base runners in each of the first 2 innings, first 3 now. And to get the leadoff man aboard for the first time. Giordani with speed, 14 steals, caught stealing only 3 times. Bonifacio lifts one in the air, foul out of play left side. It's 1-1.
This was the problem in the earlier game today, David. The Ducks fell 7-2. They left 11 men on base. So they, in fact, left somebody on base every inning except the final inning. It was a 7-inning affair. In the 7th, they did not leave a man on, but they did 1 through 6.
Bonifacio 2 for 4 with a run scored and run driven in. A home run in that first game today. Valdespin takes off. This one's hit in the air left field. Brock Stassi giving it a long run, but that will make the stands barely, maybe just a row or 2 in. So Valdespin running with the pitch. Bonifacio fouling out of play left side. It's 1-2.
David, how about this? Bonifacio with that first inning hit is now batting .500 against the New Britain Bees on the season. He is 21 for 42 in the season series. Is that incredible?
He takes the hitting against New Britain like bees take the honey.
Oh, very well played, my friend.
I was up late thinking of it. Takes me a while to develop those. 1-2 to Emilio, who does like New Britain Bees pitching. And he takes one in the dirt, blocked by Ryan Wagner. No advance by Valdespin, and it's 2-2 to Emilio. Travis Snyder waiting on deck. Scoreless, bottom of the 3rd. Ducks looking to break the ice here in the nightcap. Looking for the split of the doubleheader. Irish night here at Bethpage Ballpark. Lots of folks wearing green. We've heard the Irish songs. An Irish feel here tonight. 2-2 pitch. Call, strike 3 inside corner. Bonifacio wasn't thrilled with that call from Tom Gandolfo, but a good pitch by Rainey Lara. Fastball tying him up. Bonifacio retired 1 down.
23, Travis Snyder.
And that is the second strikeout for Lara. Travis Snyder flied to center his first time up, batting from the left side against the righty Lara. Valdespin opened this inning up with an infield single. It actually leaked into the outfield grass. So the single by Valdespin is 100th hit. He's aboard. Snyder now with 1 down at the plate. And there's a good pitch outside corner for a strike, 0-1 to Snyder.
David, you made a great point. That is amazing that a guy like Valdespin, who's played with the Mets, he's played with the Marlins, knows that that's his 100th hit of the season, knows no other player is there, and wants to save that ball. It really is incredible.
Yes, shows you how much he cares about being in this league. And there's a swing and a miss by Snyder. So quickly, Rainey Lara out in front of Travis, 0-2. Lou Ford looming on deck.
Very good. Is that L-E-W-W-W-O-O-M-M-I-N-G or something? Looming, right?
That's it.
L-E-W-M-I-N-G. But you got to throw a couple more W's in
It's
there.
all right. You've got the Scripps National Spelling Bee down. You won. That's how you spell it. 0-2 to Snyder. And this one's ripped center field. That is going to be a base hit. Going station to station is Valdespin. He's going to hold there. Snyder stroking it to center. And the Ducks now have 2 aboard with 1 down, and Lou coming to the plate.
Let's let the bullet, Bob O'Tone, do his thing.
One on the left field at number 20, Lou Ford.
Gets longer every time.
He does. He really does.
And he's going to pop that hernia once. Take it easy, Bob. Pace yourself. So Lou at the plate. Singled his first time up. Batting for the right side, that slightly close stance. Pitch on the way is way up high. 1 ball and no strikes to Lou. Ford came into this game at 279, 5 homers. Has knocked in 45. Second only to Travis Snyder in the RBI department. And of course, we know how clutch he is with all these years as a Long Island Duck. 1-0 pitch on the way. And that one's ripped in the air, mile high, center field. Darren Ford hardly has to move, now comes in a few steps, makes the catch. Valdespin fakes a tag to draw the throw, but Lou just got under that. Got plenty of it, but just too high.
Now we're talking about Valdespin's 100th hit. David and I talking before the game. We have to mention a very famous Long Islander hitting the 100 mark tonight. Congratulations to Billy Joel, Mr. Long Island, who tonight plays his 100th show at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Congratulations, Billy.
And if several Ducks hit homers tonight, I have one in my pocket to salute Billy
Oh,
Joel's
very nice.
100th show at Madison Square Garden. I hope I get the opportunity.
I hope you do too.
Those who don't like my singing would not want that to happen, but I don't care if I'm tone deaf, I'll do it anyway. Taylor Ard at the plate. He struck out his first time up. 2 out, 2 on. Ard takes a strike inside corner. 0-1. So thus far, Tom Gandolfo is calling that inside strike. Generous strike zone, east to west. As long as he's consistent, that's all the players want. It's 0-1 to Taylor. Valdespin at second, Snyder at first. There are 2 down. Bottom of the third, we're scoreless. Ard at the plate, and he hits one left field. That could be trouble. Brock Stassi reaching up over his head and against the wall. Valdespin comes in to score. Snyder being waved in. He will not get a throw. A 2-run double for Taylor Ard. To the moon, Taylor. Bang, zoom. Ard. He's got a big bat. 2-0 Ducks.
Oh, what a job by Ard, David. We talked about him being the hottest hitter of late for the Ducks, making a 13-game hitting streak for Taylor, now the longest hitting streak of any Duck this season. But with 2 outs, that hit looms even larger. The runner's off on contact, and he just got it over the outstretched arm of left fielder Brock Stassi in deep left.
Taylor Ard deserving of that honeymooner's call on the double, and David Washington now at the plate from the left side with a runner in scoring position, 2 down. Ducks leading it 2-0 here, bottom of the third. And may not be finished. Washington bounced hard to second his first time up. It's 1-0 to David. Washington in a 3-way tie for the team lead in home runs with 10. Travis Snyder, Taylor Ard also in double digits. And there's a strike outside corner, 1-1 to Washington.
Ducks have hit a couple of homers off Rainey Larry this season, not guys who were in the lineup. It was Daniel Fields hitting one off him July 3rd, and Robert Garcia, no longer with the Ducks, had an inside the Parker against him up in Connecticut.
Lara comes set, and the 1-1, missing outside. 2 balls and a strike to Washington. Fellow All-Star Ramon Cabrera waiting on deck. So the Ducks wanted to break out on top after a loss in the opening game of this day-night doubleheader, and have done so. 2 runs, now 5 hits for the Ducks. We're in the bottom of the third. And a big cut by Washington. Then again, does he take any other kind?
No.
Fouls it back. It's 2-2.
Mentioned the 10 home runs. We've talked a lot about it this year, David. He struck out 92 times on the year, and that does lead the Atlantic League.
But has power to all fields. We've seen more than a few home runs the opposite way.
Oh, yeah. Yep, the Oppo Taco, right?
Exactly. Reminds you of Aaron Judge with, swinging hard, but getting all of it and going the opposite field. 2-2 the count and the pitch. Another big cut, foul straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. There's a man on, that's Taylor Ard, who hit a 2-run double just moments ago. The Ducks have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. And Washington trying to make it a larger lead if he connects. No breeze whatsoever right now. Looking at the flags, just laying there limp across the outfield. 2-2 pitch to Washington. Ground ball hard, but just wide of the first base bag. First base umpire Freddie DeJesus signaling foul right away, but that was close.
See the incredible bat speed of David Washington, David, on the last two pitches. That one, obviously a little out in front of, but the last pitch prior to that was the one that impressed me. It was a backdoor slider. He realized at the very last minute he was going to be rung up, and he just took a hack at it. It was a defensive swing, but he got it there on a slider that's coming in, close to 85 miles an hour.
And pulled it. So it's not like it was a defensive swing. And this one is hit a mile high. Center field, Darren Ford, now going to his right, our left, and makes the grab to retire the side. But for the Long Island Ducks, 2 runs, 3 hits. The 2-run double from Taylor Ard, the big hit in the inning. There was a man left. We have finished 3 at Bethpage Ballpark. The score now, the Ducks 2, the New Britain Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and hitting coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
This season, build new memories.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
This season, witness the action.
He reaches up, it's gone!
This season, celebrate an all-star summer.
The Ducks have won it 7-1.
Gather your friends and family for an entertainment experience like no other. The Ducks 2018 schedule is full of new promotions, and with free parking and tickets starting at just $12, there's no better value on Long Island. Get tickets to an all-star summer at liducks.com.
Hey Duck fans, New York Sports Day, one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there for coverage of the Long Island Ducks, Mets, Yankees, major and minor league baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, and more. Visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. Bethpage Ballpark, Ducks and New Britain Bees, the second game of a day-night doubleheader. Ducks looking for the split and off to a pretty good start. We're 3 innings in. The Ducks on this gorgeous July 18th leading the New Britain Bees 2-0. And I bring in the equally gorgeous Chris King to carry along for the next 4.
Thank you very much, David Weiss. For Long Island, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. For New Britain, no runs on 1 hit and no errors. And lefty Jake Fisher back to work here for Long Island against the heart of the order for the Bees, Davidson Romero, Jason Rogers, and Matt Tuiasosopo. So it starts with Romero, grounded out to Dan Lyons at short, his only previous time through. And the first pitch from Jake is an outside strike, 0-1. Fisher trying to get back on track. He's lost his last 3 starts. Jake has just 1 win in his last 9 starts. He won 2 of his first 3 starts to begin the year, but then just 1 victory since. So 1 win since May the 13th, and here we are on July 18th. And no starting pitcher wants to go almost 2.5 months with only 1 win in that span, but that's where Fisher is, and it's been outstanding so far, allowing only a base hit to the 9-hitter, Vince Condi, and hitting Ryan Wagner, the only 2 base runners so far for the visitors. 2-1 the count now on Romero. Jake's 2-1. Hit on the ground to short. Dan Lyons waits on it. No, he has plenty of time with Romero going, but put it in the dirt. Nice one-hop scoop by David Washington at first for out number 1. So a pair of ground outs, 6-3 against Romero on his line.
Jason Rogers, number 14.
So to bring up the cleanup man and first baseman, Jason Rogers. He flew out to Anthony Vega in right field back in the 2nd inning. And in our day game today, he went 1 for 4 with a single, a stolen base, and scored a run in New Britain's 7-2 victory over Long Island. That was camp day earlier today with the first pitch a couple minutes after 11 a.m. And strike 1 now, delivered by Fisher. We had a near sellout crowd earlier today, crowd of over 4,000 tonight. Put it all together, over 10,000 here in this ballpark, enjoying 2 games of baseball on maybe the best weather day of the year for it. Up high, Mrs. Fisher, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. You still got a chance to come out and see the series finale tomorrow night at 6:35. And then this weekend, the Somerset Patriots arrive Friday, Saturday, and Sunday Of course, they won the Liberty Division first half title, and they have roared out of the gates to start the second half. They are 7-0 already. So Ducks and Bees both at 4-3, 3 games back, trying to track them down. 2-1 is bounced foul down the left field line. So the count level now on Jason Rogers. The one-out hitter, nobody aboard, top of the 4th. Long Island holding a 2-0 lead. We mentioned Jake pitching in the All-Star game for the Liberty Division here a week ago tonight. He got knocked around. He gave up 3 hits and 3 runs in just 1 inning of work, but again got off the hook when the Liberty rallied for the walk-off win. 2-2, a little check swing, if you will. Foul ball, they say, so Rogers still alive, and the count holds at 2-2. But prior to that, the last time Jake Fisher pitched for Long Island, 13 days ago, July 5th in New Britain, he took the loss in a 4-1 defeat, tossing 4 1/3 of 4-hit, 3-run ball. His 2-2. In there, a call, 3rd strike, so 2nd K of the night for Fisher. First one looking, and there are 2 gone. So with that strikeout, he moves into 2nd in the Atlantic League, passing Mitch Atkins of the York Revolution. He now has 68 strikeouts, again trying to catch his teammate Bennett Parry, who's got 104 to lead the league. So can he retire the side in order once again? He did it in the 1st and 2nd. We'll find out if he can get Tuiasa Sopo. And it's a bouncing ball to the left side. Played by Ard, the 360, the throw right on the money, and the side retired. So 1, 2, 3 go the New Britain Bees. We go to the last of the 4th on the island. The Ducks have a 2-0 lead.
Hey fans, this is left-handed pitcher Andrew Barbosa, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? Long Island's hometown team is proud to present the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the beer garden will feature a variety of frosty drafts and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks-branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, Duck fans, the series finale against the Bees tomorrow night at 6:35. Then the first place Somerset Patriots are here Friday at 6:35, Saturday at 6:35, and Sunday at 5:05. Of course, Saturday will feature a fireworks spectacular. Sunday, another Sunday family fun day with pregame autographs on the field and postgame kids run the bases. Get your ticket to the Bethpage Ballpark box office online at liducks.com, via the Ducks mobile app or over the phone 631-940-TIXX. Come on out and see your Long Island Ducks. So Ramon Cabrera to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Ducks with a 2-0 lead against Rainey Lara, the right-handed starter for New Britain. Cabrera 1 at-bat so far in this game. He flew out to left field back in the 2nd. Lara's first toss to him. Went after it and hit it deep to right. Tuiasa Sopo going back at the track near the wall. Reaches up and makes the catch. What a grab by Matt Tuiasa Sopo on the track in right to take away an extra base hit from Ramon Cabrera.
Wow, that one was all the way up against the wall. And right fielder Tuiasa Sopo, not like a wide receiver in football like his brother, running backwards with his back to the home plate. He was just backpedaling it the entire way, keeping his eye on the ball. Nearly ran out of room, but a good catch right up against the wall.
So a loud first out off the bat of Cabrera. And here's Anthony Vega, who walked his first time through, taking strike 1 from Rainey Lara. Vega did not play in the day game as Kevin Baez worked in almost everybody in his lineup available as David Washington and Anthony Vega set out the first game. They're in the second one here tonight. And guys who played the first game, like Cody Puckett and Daniel Fields, sit the night out. Audie Affiner also played the day game. He has the night off. Robert De La Hoz, the third catcher, didn't get to play in either game. But, again, Kevin doing his best to get everybody into one of these two games. 1-1 here is off the foot, it appears, of Vega, and he'll hobble around a bit at 1-2.
I'd like to say hello to the Dillon family. Mike Dillon, his wife, daughter, 2 grandchildren. They're all up here in the booth a couple of moments ago. And wonderful people. Mike Dillon, one of the leading comedy show producers on Long Island, who has featured me in many of his shows. So, quid pro quo. My turn to do something for him. So he's enjoying himself behind home plate, loving it.
Here, Vega gets underneath it, well down the right field line, but heading towards the seat. And that will slice out of play. So, David, how's the comedy routine going?
It's going well. Getting a lot of work, meeting a lot of people, honing my routine, my set, as we call it in the business.
Ooh.
And doing well. I'm having a lot of fun. I'll tell you this, though, with all the things I've emceed and being on the air for 40 years on radio and TV and the weather and everything I've done, stand-up comedy is a different animal. It is much different and scary, but a lot of fun.
Here's the 1-2 to Vega, and he waits on that breaking ball but pushes it foul again. I know the fact that you get to try out your material in the booth also helps out here, doesn't
true.
it?
But you'll laugh at anything.
That's true, though. That's true.
Chris is my all-time best audience. Anything. I could sneeze, and he's on the floor laughing.
Now, wasn't that something, though, years ago, the comedians used to plant those guys, like, in the back of the room to laugh and try to get everybody else to laugh?
I don't have enough friends to plant. I have to buy them.
Another 1-2. What a changeup from Rainey Lara. Has Vega way out in front. And he is a strikeout victim swinging. Third K of the night for the righty. And there are 2 gone.
Look on the shortstop, number 12. And Lyons, number 12.
I think just going right down behind home plate where the Dillon family is sitting or whatever. There's no breeze, but it is so comfortable.
It's great
tonight. I mean, as you said, no humidity. Temperature right now, upper 70s, maybe mid 70s, and it's supposed to drop possibly to 60 tonight.
Beautiful, perfect sleeping weather, and again, perfect baseball weather for the Ducks, who opened the 6-game homestand earlier today. So, again, a game tomorrow, and the Patriots here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ball 1 to Lyons, who flew out to center his first time, and now strike 1 on Danny, and he did have 1 hit in the day game today. Lyons did his 996th hit as a professional baseball player. So he is approaching a major milestone, David, in 13 years as a pro, coming up on 1,000 hits as Lyons, and we hope he gets a couple more here tonight as he fouls that one off. It's 1-2.
We have talked often about what Valdespin has meant to the Ducks this year, what Lou Ford has meant over the years. Danny, the longest tenured Duck, has done so much for this team on and off the field. Wonderful family and deserving of all the accolades.
Yeah, that slider down and away, 2-2, and I touched on it in the day game, but sometime next week he's actually going to pass Ray Navarrete for the most games played in franchise history. Right now, Lyons is playing in game number 856 as a Duck. Ray's mark, 863. The 2-2, down and away, and the count full.
And it was great to see Ray last week at the All-Star game. Of course, Dig Me, his clothing company, apparel company, sponsoring the Home Run Derby, and then Ray spent some time with us up in the booth. Great to see Ray Boom Boom Navarrete, Babe Navaruth, or maybe my all-time nickname for him, considering what he did with that last home run, Ray Hobbs.
That's it. Payoff, poked foul, and thank God he came in the booth, David, because in the All-Star game, again, everything's changing. We got offensive swaps, we got defensive changes. I put my headset on Ray Navarrete. You did the great interview with him, and then I tried to catch up with all the moves that Kevin Baez was making and Mark Mason from the Freedom side, and luckily I was able to catch up while you and Ray caught up as well on the air. Here's the 3-2 again, and that one waited on and lined in left field. So for Dan Lyons, that is hit 997 in his 13-year pro career, and a 2-out single for Long Island.
And more about Ray, who is successful now as a business owner and entrepreneur, but could have gone into politics, could easily have gone into broadcasting, no matter what he does. He's just so good at everything, and we saw what he did on the field for all these years, too. But in the booth with us, flawless, and he made it easy for us.
Yeah, over his 8 years as a Duck, he suffered through a couple of injuries, and he would often join me in the booth and do the entire game, do color for the whole game. Here's Valdespin for Long Island at the top of the order. He had his 100th hit of the season back in the 3rd inning, and he saved that baseball. He fouled out to 3rd in the 1st. So Valdespin 1 for 2, and he's now reached base in 24 straight home games. Ducks trying to add to a 2-0 lead here with 2 outs in the 4th, and Lyons the runner at first. Valdespin looks at Lara's pitch away for ball 2. And Valdespin started the night leading the league in hitting, number 1 in the Atlantic League in runs, in hits, in total bases, in triples, and in slugging percentage. Again, David and I's pick for the midseason MVP of the Atlantic League is the former Met and Marlin, Jordany Valdespin. Good hitters count here at 2-0. Let's see what he gets from Lara. Looked like the straight fastball he was taking at strike 1.
A little surprising. Danny has not accomplished a stolen base.
That is a surprise, right?
Yep. I mean, he's always good on the base paths, speed plus, very savvy in terms of the way he runs the bases.
He's only attempted 1 stolen base this year, Lions, and he was caught. Still short of the cutout. Now Lara, dangerous throw over in the dirt. Rogers backhanded it, or Lions could have walked to second base. So the Ducks got a big 2-out double from Taylor Ard last inning to make it a 2-0 game. Looking for some more 2-out magic here from Valdespin with a count of 2-1 on him. Pushes it towards center field. Coming in is Ford, and he will make the catch. I didn't think it was going to hang up. It did. No runs, a hit, and 1 left. We're through 4 on Long Island. It's the Ducks 2 and the Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLINY.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, we go to inning number 5. The Ducks with a 2-0 lead, and that always means 5th inning trivia. We'll give you the question here in the top of the inning, the answer in the bottom of the frame, and tonight it concerns Wally Backman, the first-year skipper of the New Britain Bees. And, David, I am going to invoke the no Googling rule, no media guide rule.
All right.
Just got to come from you, all right? Including everybody listening to the broadcast around the world tonight at liducks.com, YouTube, Facebook.
All right.
And I'm going to make it a little easier and give you, again, I'm not going to ask you for everything in relation to this question, but you'll see in a second. So
ask it already.
All right, so Wally Backman, of course, a member of the 86 world champion Mets, played 9 years for the Mets, the first 9 years of his career, 1980 through 1988. He also has been a very successful manager at the minor league level. He's won 2 championships. He's been manager of the year twice. But when he finished up with the Mets, he actually played for 4 more teams before calling it a career. I'm going to only ask you for 2. Give me 2 of the 4 that Wally Backman played for after leaving the Mets in 1988. So again, 4 more teams followed before he finally retired and went into managing. Here's Jonathan Galvez taking 2 quick strikes from Jake Fisher and then figuring he better swing. And it's still 0-2 on Galvez. Top of the 5th, Ducks up 2-0. So again, Wally Backman, 8 years, or check it, 9 years as a Met. From 80 through 88, of course, a member of the 86 champs. He hit .320 that year, by the way.
Right.
And again, following the Mets career, the 9 years in Flushing, where did he go? You tell me. He went to 4 different major league teams. I want to know 2 of them with no Googling and no media guides. 1-2 is a backdoor curve and a beauty. He locks him up. 3 Ks for Jake Fisher, and Galvez can't believe it, 1 away.
Great off-speed pitch there. All right, no Googling.
End of the inning. Don't give me your answer yet. Bottom of the inning is the answer.
I did write down all 4 teams, hoping that 2 might turn up as correct. Not an easy question.
Yeah, because you don't associate them with anybody other than the Mets, right?
Well, according to my calculations, he spent 17 seasons in the majors, and he has had 19 seasons as a manager. So he has outmanaged his playing career to this point. And as you mentioned, he's won championships in 3 different leagues.
Yep.
I mean, so he's accomplished as a manager.
It was Vinny Sienna taking ball 1 and now strike 1.
And of course, has made a lot of headlines off the field.
Yep.
Volatile, energetic.
But he wins, no matter where he goes, David, he wins.
He does win. And a lot of Met fans still wish he was managing the Mets right now.
He did get as high as AAA in the Mets organization, managing for Las Vegas. Right. So it was a step away from getting back in that dugout as the skipper. 2-1 here to Sienna. And that taken foul, first base side.
It's an excellent trivia question because
you don't think of him.
As with so many other Mets, you don't think of him in any other uniform. As with, let's say, Ron Darling, who went from the Mets and ended up with the Oakland A's. I mean, and you picture, Ron Darling, Oakland A's uniform. Yes, he was an Oakland A.
Yeah. 2-2 here is a call. Third strike, so Fisher locking in. Back-to-back Ks, 3 of the last 4 down on strikes and 4 of the last 6. There are 2 away.
Just humming right along. I mean, Jake Fisher with 3 innings, threatening to make it a 4th. The only hiccup, only speed bump was back in the 3rd inning when he hit a batter and then gave up a single, but then got out of that mini jam.
Yeah, this is the guy he hit. Ryan Wagner to break up his perfect game. He retired the first 7 tonight, and Wagner takes strike 1. So this is vintage Jake Fisher, again on 13 days rest, looking like he's right in his cradle here, just rocking in the cradle and mowing him down. A ground ball foul down the left field line, and it's 0-2 on Wagner, who's also set up a chance for Fisher to strike out the side.
When you ask professional pitchers at any level, when you have too much rest, what does that do? Well, if they're sinker ball pitchers, they say, well, sometimes too much energy.
You overthrow, right?
Overthrow won't sink. And others say, well, it's all about control. To get back locked in where the plate is, maybe sometimes that takes a little while. But Jake Fisher has been locked in from the first pitch.
He really has all night tonight. So, again, only 2 base runners on a hit batsman here against Wagner. And then the 9-hitter, Vince Condi, a single to right center. That's it. 0-2 is a ground ball, though, through the left side, despite the diving attempt of the shortstop Dan Lyons. So a 2-out signal for Wagner. Breaks up the run of 7 in a row retired by Long Island's lefty.
Number 35, Vince Conti. Number 35.
You talk about Wally Backman. The Bees finished, David, 2nd in the Liberty Division in the first half. That's the first time in their 3 years in the league they've finished in 2nd place. Their very first season, they finished 3rd in the first half, 3rd in the second half. Stan Clyburn, their first manager, was manager of the year. Last year, they were dead last in the first half, dead last in the second half. Clyburn was removed. In comes Backman, and he leads them to a 2nd-place finish already in the first half and has them tied for 2nd with the Ducks here in the 2nd as Condi swings through the first Fisher pitch for strike 1. So, again, you just have a feeling it's a matter of time before Wally Backman leads the New Britain Bees to a Liberty Division title, and then when they make the playoffs for the first time, a whole other story, right, with all that experience of winning championships at almost every level of minor league baseball prior. 0-1 is a swing and a miss, so once again, 0-2. And boy, Jake's been throwing strike 1 to almost every batter tonight and getting out ahead.
Hasn't even come close to walking anybody.
Nope, not even close. So let's see what he does here against Condi, who has the only hit of the game for these New Britain Bees. They trail the Ducks 2-0 here in the 5th. And Condi trying to keep himself and the inning alive. Jake a check of Wagner at first, and then a pop foul behind home plate.
You can imagine the New Britain Bees buzzing around Wally Backman just to hear the stories of what he has experienced in his major league career. Much like Bobby Valentine, who I had an opportunity to meet for the first time at the Marty Lyons Foundation golf outing at Old Westbury just a couple of weeks back. And Bobby V's, much like the late Gary Carter, you ask him a question, he'll give you a 12-minute answer. Loves to talk.
0-2, he waited on a curveball that might have hung a bit, but he was out in front. And the count remains 0-2 on Condi.
And not all former major leaguers are like that, willing to share stories and as conversive. But Backman is like that.
Yep.
Talk about Bobby Valentine and so many others.
We got a couple of ex-Mets managing on both sides tonight. Of course, Kevin Baez, the ex-Met as well for Long Island.
And in your pregame show, Kevin Baez mentioned that he got to know Wally, not just because they're Mets connection, but in fantasy camp.
Mets fantasy camp.
Right, exactly. They both participated there. That must have been a lot of fun.
So the two ex-Mets in the dugouts tonight. The 0-2 is a curveball that he waited on and pushed it into right center just over the head of Valdespin. Turning second, now trying to get back here is Wagner. The throw in, and he just did get there ahead of the tag of Lyons. So back-to-back two-out singles for the Bees, who had only one hit in the first 4 innings.
That is true. Wagner almost getting caught trying to scramble back to second base. Meanwhile, that was not hit hard. Vince Conde was fooled on that off-speed pitch from Fisher, but just blooped it into center field. So now after 2 strikeouts, as you mentioned, back-to-back singles, and Jake Fisher has some work to do to retire the Bees here in the 5th.
Yeah, tying runs aboard now for New Britain, down 2 here in the 5th. And back to the top of the order for Darren Ford, who tried to bunt his way on. Was thrown out by Fisher to open the game and then fouled out to David Washington, who made a nice play over by his dugout. So biggest moment in the game comes here in the top of the 5th with Fisher protecting a 2-run lead. Ford takes low and in for ball 1. So Ford 0 for 2 in this game. He was 0 for 4 in the day game. So looking for his first hit of the twin bill is center fielder Darren Ford, no relation to the Ducks' Lou Ford. 1-0. Swung it and missed. It's 1-1. He did play in the big leagues, though, as did Lou. It was the San Francisco Giants that Darren Ford played for in 2011. Of course, Lou had tons of experience with the Minnesota Twins, and then the Ducks got him back to the big leagues with the Orioles in 2012. Wagner at second, Conde at first. There's 2 out runners. The 1-1 right down the middle for strike 2, and Ford, none too happy about it, has a conversation with home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo. So can Jake Fisher get the 2-run lead to the dugout? Ford wanted to break his rhythm a little bit, stood out, and now climbs back in right on top of the plate, as David was talking about earlier. Got to be careful you're not going to hit him and load the bases. The 1-2 came in on him on the curveball, backdoor style, and he just wasted it away to keep himself in the inning alive. Ford also played for the Patriots back in 2017, and right now is in a bit of a slump, just 2 for 21 in his last 6 games. Fisher once again has to await him, getting back in the right-hand batter's box as he looks home to Ramon Cabrera for the sign and comes set. Check of second, and the 1-2. Line foul down the left side.
Got a lot of that one, but way out in front. Another off-speed pitch from Jake.
And Fisher's last win 1 month ago tonight. He beat the Sugar Land Skeeters on June 18th on this field with 7 innings of 4-hit shutout ball. Has not won since. So you don't want to go a month between victories, but Jake Fisher would like to pick up that elusive W as he has only 1 win in his last 9 starts. 1-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So Fisher ends up striking out the side. Now has 5 Ks on the evening. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We're halfway home in Central Islip tonight, middle of the 5th. It's the Long Island Ducks 2 and the New Britain Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
All right, to the bottom of the 5th we go. Ducks with a 2-0 lead. Time to wrap up our 5th inning trivia. We told you about Wally Backman, first 9 years with the Mets in the big leagues, 80 through 88, a member of the World Series champs in 86. David Weiss has not used Google. He has not used his media guide. Here's your question. After leaving the Mets in 1988, Wally played for 4 other major league teams. Give me 2 of the 4 teams that Wally Backman played with before calling it a career as a player in 93.
Absolutely sure of one of them.
Okay.
One of them, the Twins.
The Twins is correct. That's the first team he played for.
Yep, that's the one I remember.
After leaving the Mets. So that's 1. Here's Bonifacio for Long Island against Lara. And Emilio takes down an innings 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
I don't know the others in order, but I feel because Dykstra went to the Phillies, I think Backman went to the Phillies.
You are correct. So you got the 2 already. Good job, David. That's fouled away. 1-1.
Now the other 2 are just absolute long shots. Somewhere, I think, I'm not sure.
All right.
I think he played for the Pirates.
He did. You're right.
Oh my God.
All right, you're 3 for 3. You could get the 4-bagger here, David. You could get all 4 here. And you can come up with the final team he played for. I'll give you a little hint.
That would be my version of the golden sombrero.
Yes. So you are correct. Let me take you through Backman's 3 teams following the Mets. Okay, 1 year as a Twin, 1 year as a Pirate, 2 years as a Philly, and then his final year. Where? You tell me. Here, Bonifacio hits it deep to right, and that ball is off the base of the wall. Played perfectly by Tuiasa Sopo. And that is about a 315-foot single for the Ducks center fielder.
That is a very long single. Bonifacio, 2 for 3 here tonight, has hit the ball hard, sandwiched around a strikeout. Emilio is hot.
All right, where are you going for Wally Backman's 4th and final team
Any hint?
after leaving the Mets?
I've got 3 for 3 here.
You know what? Let me see. How can I give you a hint here? All right, let me think of how I can.
Okay, how about that?
Go west, young man.
Well, okay,
how about that?
West of the Mississippi.
Yes, correct. Absolutely. Here's Travis Snyder for the Ducks, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. So we'll go there, David. You are killing this, and again, I can vouch that David has not cheated in any manner whatsoever. No media guides, no programs, no Googling. Bonifacio, of course, is going to draw the attention of Larry here because he has 16 stolen bases to lead the Ducks, and he's only been caught 1 time. So David's got 1 crack to go 4 for 4 on Wally. Meanwhile, this one is crushed but foul down the right field line by Travis Snyder for strike 1.
All right, let's see. Because the Twins and Phillies, I'm sure of. Pittsburgh was kind of a guess, but I saw him in a Pirates uniform.
Yeah.
You're saying go west. My initial thought was Diamondbacks, but I'm going to leave that out because that's not far enough west.
Good, very good deduction so far. That is
remember,
correct.
Diamondbacks wanted him to manage, and then
That's
something
right.
went wrong.
That's right. He was that close to.
I don't think that the Diamondbacks are the answer to this.
You're right. This one's foul back for strike 2.
I'm going to take a wild shot. I don't see him in a Padres uniform. I don't think it was Dodgers or Angels. So that makes it between the Giants and the Mariners. Hold on. I'm going to flip a coin.
Let me tell you, you are down to the 2. One of those 2 is correct.
Oh, my God. All right. I literally have to flip a coin. You gotta keep going.
One of those 2 is correct. If you pull this off 4 for 4, that's unbelievable, David. Right. I'm dropping the mic, as they say. I'm just going to drop the mic. That's it. Ducks lead at 2-0 here, last of the 5th, but the big news, David Weiss might go 4 for 4 in 5th inning trivia. I only wanted 2 teams while he played for after the Mets. He's 3 for 3, and he's got a 50% shot. Well, what's that? You want to phone a friend? What's that? You want to use the line?
I found 1 coin in my pocket. I got a dime.
0-2 is up and in for ball 1. If we were playing what's the game? I want to be a millionaire, right? You could use your lifeline or something. Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. I'm not
Get Mike Graham on the line. Get him on the line.
Okay, hold on. It's heads, Mariners.
You are right! 4 for 4, David Weiss.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness.
I never do well with your trivia
You
questions.
crushed it. Here, this is taken the other way in the left center field for a base hit. Bonifacio was running on the pitch. Kevin Baez gives him the big stop sign after the windmill. And the ball gets away on the infield, but he's still going to stay as Snyder has his second hit of the night. And the Ducks have started the inning with back-to-back singles, runners at the corners. So, yes, Wally Backman, after 9 years as a Met, 1 year with the Twins, 1 year with the Pirates, 2 years with the Phillies, his final year as a Mariner in Seattle, Washington in 1993. David Weiss, that is the single greatest 5th inning trivia performance of the year. Congratulations, my friend.
I was only very confident about the first one, the Twins. I saw Phillies in my head. guessed Pirates because that was vaguely familiar, and then it came down to a coin flip.
And you got it right.
But you gave me a little hint. You said go west.
No, but hey, there's a lot of Western teams. I said west of the Mississippi. That's still a lot of teams.
Well, it was tails, Mariners, heads, Giants. It came up tails.
Well, luck is on. It's the luck of the Irish. You know, I know how far back your family goes in Ireland, so on Irish night here, David, we got to chalk it up to that.
Well, there's a kind of a connection between my Jewish family and the Irish. I mean, the corned beef is the connection.
Lou Ford, after taking strike one, gets out in front of it down the left field line for strike two. So Bonifacio at third, Snyder at first, nobody out for Lou. 1 for 2 with a single tonight.
Also goes to show you just how long Wally Backman's career lasted.
You forget about it, right?
17 seasons in the majors as a player, and now 19 seasons as a manager.
It is unbelievable, and again has done a great job at every stop along the way. And hoping the New Britain Bees can get him back to the big leagues, much like these players hope they can make it to the majors once again. Lou gets one back to the pitcher, Lara, throws to first. He thought about Bonifacio. Now they try to get him at third, but he's able to dive back. And so they get just Lou on the 1-3 putout. Bonifacio almost had Lara throw over there, and then did have the first baseman, Rogers, fire back across the diamond, 1 away.
Good base running, though, by Bonifacio and Snyder, either of whom could have been caught after that smash back to the box to Rainey Lara, who looked everybody back, threw to first, and they also almost had an unusual double play, throwing back across the third base. But 2 runners on, now both in scoring position at second and third, and Taylor Ard is up. He's got the biggest hit of the game to this point.
Yeah, it was a 2-out double to left over the head of Brock Stassi back in the third that brought home both runs for Long Island. So the Bees bring the infield in with second and third and only 1 away to try to cut down Bonifacio at the dish. And Ard takes it the other way down the right field line for strike 1. Again, Ard's double his last time up gives him a 13-game hitting streak, the longest current streak of any player in the league, the longest streak by any Duck this season, and now just 4 games back of Wellington Dotel of the York Revolution, who had the longest streak in the league this year at 17 games before that came to an end. So Ard red hot and trying to add to a 2-0 lead. A base hit could double the advantage. 0-1. Slider strike. Great pitch from Lara. It's 0-2.
And again, with the infield in, they say your average goes up anywhere from 25 to 50 points. Ard needs to hit it hard, and anything in the air will certainly bring in Bonifacio.
And Ard tied for the team lead with those 10 homers, along with Travis Snyder and David Washington. Down on the count, 0-2 as Wagner, the catcher, sets up away. Lara's pitch. Slider, he waited on it, hit deep to left. Brock Stassi going back at the track near the wall, reaches up and makes the catch. Bonifacio will tag, as will Snyder. It's a sac fly for Taylor Ard. He's driven in all 3 runs tonight, and the Ducks have a 3-0 lead.
Man, I'll tell you, on any other night, I think that would be out. I'm not really sure why. With lower humidity tonight, the ball is not carrying. We have seen a number of shots to the outfield I think you and I both thought had enough on them to get out. And that one looked like it was headed way over the wall. Instead, Stassi catches it right at the wall. King Cullen, spill aisle 7, but an RBI, and the Ducks do add a run.
A little surprising here. Wally Backman comes out and takes the baseball from his all-star right-hander, Rainey Lara. So his night is over. A lefty due next in David Washington, and we'll step aside. It's 3-0 Long Island in the last of the 5th, with 1 on and 2 outs for Washington when we return to CI.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green, so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at pseglyny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss, Chris King. The bottom of inning number 5. The Ducks have pushed the run across. They have 3 runs, 8 hits to this point. And a good pitching performance, solid one by Rainey Lara, somewhat surprisingly. Chris and I both with our eyebrows raised that skipper Wally Backman has removed Rainey Lara, his starter, with 2 out and 1 on third base. That's Travis Snyder, and Chris Reed is the new pitcher for the New Britain Bees, the 6'3" left-hander from nearby Fairfield, Connecticut. Chris Reed is in, ERA 0. He's making his second appearance as a New Britain Bee, 1 inning pitch so far.
They bring him in to face the lefty David Washington, a switch hitter Cabrera on deck, and Anthony Vega, a lefty in the hole. So have a feeling he'll get at least 3 batters in this game, but right now trying to get a big final out in this 5th inning. The Ducks with 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, all 3 driven home by Taylor Ard. And David Washington 0 for 2 so far with a ground out and a fly out. Went after that one, got a small piece of it, and Reed going right after him is ahead 0-2. So Rainey Lara goes 4 2/3 here tonight and leaves on the short side of the 3-0 score. Still responsible for Travis Snyder, the runner at third. 0-2 to Washington is down and blocked nicely by Wagner, and then Reed charges home in case he needs the cover. But no advance by Snyder, and the count 1-2.
That ball pinballed around for a couple of seconds, Chris. Ryan Wagner went right. The ball was sitting just behind home plate. He didn't know where it was, and that's why Chris Reed came dashing in, just in case Wagner couldn't locate it.
So it's ball 1 on David Washington. Trying to add to a 3-run lead. The Ducks 3 runs on 8 hits. The Bees no runs on just 3 hits, all singles against Jake Fisher. 1-2. Is another good block by Wagner. And Reed giving him a workout here, David, down low.
Earlier in the game, despite the fact that Rainey Lara only walked 1 man, he threw a few in the dirt. Wagner has not allowed anything to get by him, but he's been scrambling like a hockey goalie here tonight, making kick saves.
Reed pitched in the big leagues with the Marlins in 2015, is 2-2. Is another block in the dirt off the chest protector and to the right of Wagner. And that's 3 times now he's had to block a ball low and the count full. So remember, the count was 0-2, David, then 3 straight pitches in the dirt that he tried to get Washington to chase, but David wouldn't. So let's see if that discipline pays off here on a 2-out, 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Taken foul to the screen, we'll do it again.
Not a bad cut there from David Washington. Missed it, fouled it straight back. Ducks would love to push another run across. In this league, in this ballpark, you can't have too many runs. Although the 27-9 victory in the home opener, that probably was enough.
Payoff downstairs for ball 4. So it's another walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor, just walk in. It'll bring up Ramon Cabrera.
Cabrera, of course, switch hitter, so he'll turn around, bat from the right side.
Catcher, number 31, Ramon Cabrera, number 31.
So they're at the corners now. You got Travis Snyder on third. David Washington just walked. He's on first. Ducks already have 1 run in. Looking for more.
Well, Cabrera, a pair of flyouts, batting lefty. Here he is swinging righty. And he takes inside at the shins for ball 1. His last time up, he hit it to the wall in right, where Tuiasa Sopo made a terrific grab to deny him an extra base hit.
Yeah, backpedaling all the way.
Reed checks Washington at first. The 1-0 again in the dirt. This is incredible. And Ryan Wagner, we mentioned, David, caught 7 innings earlier today. make it a 12-inning outing behind the dish now as he's in the 5th here. And I think that's going to bring out the pitching coach for the New Britain Bees. Indeed, the guy they call Goose, Mario Gazzo, out to talk to his left-hander.
Yeah, he's having trouble locating the plate, locating his pitches. Ryan Wagner has saved him again and again since he entered just a few minutes ago.
Here's the ballpark. Grab yourself a hot or iced Long Island Ducks blend from Hampton Coffee Company right now.
So far on Irish night, the luck of the Irish has been with the Long Island Ducks, and in particular with David Weiss here in the home 5th, as he not only gets 2 of the 4 teams Wally Backman played for after leaving the Mets, he got all 4. So I wanted you to get 2 to win 5th inning trivia. David got 2 plus the bonus questions. 4 for 4 is David Weiss, and he's had the best hitting night of any player on either team thus far.
Batting 1,000 here tonight.
He is. He's batting 1,000, and that's the end of it. You're going to hit 1,000 for the night.
Now listen, that lucky dime where I flipped between the Giants and I'm going to keep that dime forever.
Do it now for sure. So Reed gets a visit from his pitching coach. Let's see what that changes. The 2-0 is popped up here. Foul territory, third base side for Condi over near his dugout, and he will put it away to end the inning. So the Ducks have to settle for a run on 2 hits. There was a walk and 2 left. To the 6th we go in CI. Long Island with a 3-0 lead over New Britain.
Hey fans, this is catcher Audie Affner, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Hey, Duck fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn Shop on your next visit here at the Duck Pond, Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. And earlier today, Game 1 of this day-night doubleheader was Day Campers Day, 11 a.m. start. Chris King called the game, 7 innings worth. The Ducks may have come up short on the field, but thousands of day campers had a wonderful time, and Chris heard at least 3,500 of these. And what does that sound like? It sounds great. It really does. Nothing better than 3,000, maybe 3,500 happy campers, literally blowing their quackers. And when I say 3,000 and 3,500, that doesn't include the adults with them.
That's right.
And it was a near sellout.
It really was. So, again, we had just under 6,000 for the day game, just under 5,000 for the night game. You're talking about 11,000 folks in this ballpark over the course of 2 games. And right now the Ducks take a 3-0 lead to the 6th inning with lefty Jake Fisher locked in, having struck out the side in the 5th. He starts against Stassi in tight with ball 1. Brock is flied to center and struck out swinging. And there's that great curveball of the southpaw to even up the count at 1-1. Stassi 2 for 4 in the day game. His double was the only extra base hit that New Britain had. They had 5 singles, his double, and 12 walks issued by Long Island. That was 1 short of the Ducks' record for most walks ever in a game issued by their pitching staff, set 10 years ago against Southern Maryland. And unfortunately for Lee Sosa, the starter for Long Island, he did tie the franchise record by walking 7 Bs before he left in just the 3rd inning.
Polar opposite in this game.
Exactly right. Exactly right. 1-2 is just away. And again, David, we build this as a pitching matchup and a good one between 2 all-stars. It has lived up to the billing.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you who Jake Fisher reminds me of here tonight. Working quickly, throwing strikes. One of my favorite Duck pitchers of all time, Randy Leake.
Yeah, Leaky, absolutely. I'll give you that. I like it, yeah.
Leake was always around the plate and pitched quickly.
2-2 is taken the other way through the hole in the left side. And so Stassi has his first hit of the night, and the leadoff man aboard for New Britain on just their fourth hit of the game, all singles.
And that is the first time that Jake Fisher has allowed a leadoff man to get on in any way. So we'll see if the Bees can build on that. But so far, Jake Fisher has certainly been on his game, as Chris has mentioned more than a few times, on 13 days rest.
Yeah, incredible, right? What a performance it's been. So here is Davidson Romero. He can change the game in a heartbeat. 10 homers on the year. And again, a week ago tonight, he won home run derby on this field. Carefully looks at that changeup that fades away and nips the outside corner for strike one.
Of course, he beat Lou Ford in the finals.
Yeah.
That would have been nice for Lou, who came out just a little short, but he thrilled the fans by making it to the final.
Yeah, Lou Ford won the semifinal round. He had 3 homers in the semis. Romero had 2. David Washington had 1. Here's a strike. So all 3 Liberty sluggers advanced to the finals. All 3 Freedom sluggers went home. But in the finals, Ford didn't hit any homers. Washington didn't hit any homers. And Davidson Romero homered on 3 straight pitches. 3 homers is what he finished with. Took home the trophy and $350 as the home run derby king of the All-Star game of 2018. Here Fisher got him set up at 0-2, goes downstairs. He wouldn't chase. It's ball 1.
I know what you're saying. Hey, just that's a kind of a small number of homers for a home run derby.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. Much more difficult to hit it out of this ballpark than that bandbox in Washington, D.C. 19 homers for Bryce Harper in the final round, 10 homers in the All-Star game. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yep, it really was incredible. The 1-2 here is fisted away down the right field line. The count holds.
I mean, everything was flying out at that All-Star game in D.C.
And again, the difference being the major leagues were doing it on a clock. The batters were swinging at every single pitch.
Right.
Here it was based on outs. Any ball that wasn't a home run was an out. So you could take as many pitches as you want, but certainly it's tougher sometimes, David, to find that rhythm. Certainly the rhythm that Bryce Harper found. What did he have, 9 homers in the final minute 10 or something?
Exactly.
Oh,
he came on strong at the end. That's right.
Yeah, his dad throwing to him, and he really did an unbelievable job, the hometown hero, Harper of the Nationals. 1-2 here is another fister the other way, and good battle here between Romero and Fisher.
That's a very good point. When you're counting outs rather than for time,
right,
and swinging at everything, then you're taking pitches and you're not in an ongoing rhythm. That's absolutely right.
So Romero trying to get something going here for his team that trails by 3 against the locked-in Fisher here in the half of the 6th. Their half of the 6th, excuse me. Got that slightly open stance from the right. Jake with a stare into Ramon Cabrera, and then the set above the belt. The 1-2. Got him a called third strike. He locked him up on the outside corner. And now Romero getting into it with home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo.
Oh, wow.
He's got to be careful here. And Gandolfo goes back at him. Now Romero goes back. And you know, David, you argue balls and strikes, you're going to be gone in a hurry. And Wally Backman, I think, just wants to keep his big slugger in the game. And it appears he will stay in the contest, although takes it out on the bat in the visiting dugout. We can hear him mashing that bat after we saw him swing it a few times. Wow. So I think he'll need a new piece of lumber.
I think it's fair to say Romero is more than lukewarm. He's hot in the
yes,
dugout.
He is. A big first out, though, for Fisher. And now we get a pitch here to Jason Rogers. But I believe they've called the balk. They have on Jake Fisher. So Fisher balked. That pitch does not count. And taking second is Brock Stassi.
I didn't see exactly what he did. He may have made it a motion toward home plate.
Maybe
may
just
have
a
put
little flinch, right?
Yeah, a little flinch. He'll put his hands together and then separated it. It doesn't take much for a balk.
And the Bees have not had a man even to third base in this game against Jake Fisher. Now they've got another at second. And the first pitch officially here is popped up foul out of play. Strike 1 on Rogers, who's flied to right and also looked at strike 3.
Well, I give credit to home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo not ringing up and throwing Davidson Romero out. Other umpires might have.
Yeah, that was going back and forth. Gandolfo, we could see David even turned his head to go back at Romero.
Yeah.
But Romero said, I'll take it out on the bat in the dugout, and kept himself in the contest, much to Backman's liking, I'm sure, as Wally doesn't want to lose his DH, his 3-hitter, and the guy who leads the team in homers and also runs batted in.
I'm sure if that thing had escalated in order to protect Romero, you would have seen Backman himself come out and try to protect his own DH. Didn't get that far.
0-1. Curveball. He waited on it, but popped it up. Cabrera will give it a look, but it's well into the seats for strike 2. And it's funny, David, I was talking to Kevin Baez earlier today in the pregame interview about the last time the New Britain Bees were on this field. It was back on June 3rd. Both Wally Backman and Kevin Baez got ejected on the same ball hit by Ramon Cabrera down the left field line. First it was called foul, then it was called a home run, then it was changed to a double. But Backman got ejected, Baez got ejected. That game the Ducks would end up winning in 15 innings. That was the day that John Brownell went 6 innings of relief as the final pitcher, and the Ducks won it on a walk-off 2-run homer by Lou Ford.
Memorable game.
0-2 here is pop foul out of play, but Kevin was talking about it in the pregame interview. He couldn't remember any time where both managers got ejected on the same call in the same game. That happened in the bottom of the 7th of a 1-1 game. The Bees actually took a lead in the 14th. The Ducks tied it with 2 outs in the bottom of the 14th, and then Lou Ford waddled it off with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 15th. Incredible.
But true. When are you going to see that? You can't see it on the major league level anymore, not with instant replay.
Nope.
So if a call has changed, not much you can argue.
Here, a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Fisher. His 7th of the game. Every out he's recorded in the last 2 innings has been via a strikeout.
And they are really compiling now. 3 in the 5th, 2 more here in the 6th, and counting. So Jake Fisher, who has not walked a man, he has hit a batter. He's given up 4 singles, and that's been it.
So Tuiasa Sopo, the right fielder in, he's popped and grounded to Taylor Ard, both at third base. Fisher's first pitch to him is just in tight for ball 1. 3-0 Long Island as we play in the 6th. Again, if you were not with us earlier today, the Bees won the day game in 7 innings. A 7-inning affair, a 7-2 win for New Britain because the Ducks issued a dozen walks to help their cause. 1-0. That time he got the inside call he was looking for on the last pitch. It's 1-1.
He has owned that inside corner tonight, changing speeds beautifully. Fisher is not going to throw 101 miles an hour a la Aroldis Chapman, but his fastball looks faster because of all that off-speed stuff.
Check of second by Jake, and then the 1-1. Hit deep to center field. Bonifacio on his horse, still going back near the track, reaching up, and he made the grab. What a job by Emilio Bonifacio in center to retire the side. For New Britain, no runs a hit, 1 left. To the home 6th we go. Long Island has a 3-0 lead.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bennett Perry, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolat walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolat pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolat's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolat. Visit Nicolat.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss, Chris King going to the bottom of the 6th with the Long Island Ducks leading the New Britain Bees 3-0 out-of-town scoreboard. Well, first we'll start with the in-town scoreboard. Game 1 of this day-night doubleheader, the Camper Special at 11 a.m. this morning. Ducks lost to the New Britain Bees 7-2, looking for the split here tonight and leading 3-zip. Southern Maryland leading the Somerset Patriots in the bottom of the 5th 3-1. Good news for the Ducks there. And the York Revolution, Lancaster Barnstormers in Lancaster tied at 1, bottom of the 4th there.
Here is Anthony Vega, the 8-man to lead it off for Long Island against lefty Chris Reed, who came into the game last inning, walked David Washington, but got Ramon Cabrera to foul out to third baseman Vince Condi to end the inning. So Reed stays in there, certainly to work to the lefty here. This could be his last batter, as it's popped up to short. Sienna in the outfield puts it away, and that is out number 1.
So we'll see with Dan Lyons coming up and batting from the right side. I don't see any movement from the New Britain dugout yet.
Hey, you know what? You got 2 of the next 3 are lefties, though, in Valdespin and Snyder, so I think he's going to leave him in at least for that little run. Will Wally Backman is Kevin Baez trying to split his lefties, his righties, and his switch hitters to make it more difficult on the opposing manager. So here's Dan Lyons, 1 for 2 tonight. A single to left his last time up, a fly ball to center in the second. And Lyons now sitting on 997 career hits in his 13-year career as a professional baseball player. He gets backdoored there with some breaking stuff, and that's strike 1. Reed's 0-1 is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. 3-0 Ducks as we start the bottom of the 6th. Long Island, as David told you, trying to split the doubleheader. Their only previous doubleheader this year, they swept the Road Warriors back in mid-May. The 1-1 is hit to the left side. The shortstop, Sienna, with a tough play across his body, and he won't get Lyons. So another hit for Dan, and now 998 in his 13-year pro career.
Well, let's make a prediction that he will reach 1,000 before he's done. Unlike, let's say, A-Rod, who came up, about 5 or 6 homers short of 700.
Yep.
And he retired. And there went that. But as far as 1,000 is concerned, it's almost there for Danny.
You might get 999 tonight, and hey, we got a game tomorrow, David. I'd love to be on the call for the hit 1,000 for Shorty.
I would show up just to see it. Absolutely.
So he is aboard with 1 away, and back to the top of the order for Valdespin, who had his 100th hit of the season back in the 3rd inning. That leads the Atlantic League. He sandwiched that in between a foul out and a fly out, and here Reed misses. It's ball 1 to Jordani Valdespin. Valdespin had his 32-game on-base streak come to an end Sunday in York. In the 2-1 loss to the Revs, that's the longest streak of any player this season. 1-0 is away for ball 2, but at home, he's reached base in 24 straight games, a run he kept alive with that infield single back in the 3rd. So Lyons held on at first by Rogers. Valdespin up 2-0 in the count. Chris Reed's pitch. Bounce to first. Rogers will go to short for 1. Sienna back to first in time. And that an inning ending, or check that, yes, an inning ending 3-6-3 double play. No runs a hit, nobody left for Long Island. To the 7th we go in Central Islip. The Ducks still lead it 3-0 over the New Britain Bees.
Hey fan, this is Carlos Pimentel, pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
This season, build new memories.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
This season, witness the action.
He reaches up, it's gone!
This season, celebrate an all-star summer.
The Ducks have won it 7-1.
Gather your friends and family for an entertainment experience like no other. The Ducks 2018 schedule is full of new promotions, and with free parking and tickets starting at just $12, there's no better value on Long Island. Get tickets to an all-star summer at liducks.com.
Well, fresh local coffee is now brewing at the first and third base concession stands here at Bethpage Ballpark, and home-brewed iced coffee is available at the Duck Island Kitchen. Grab yourself a hot or iced Ducks blend from Hampton Coffee Company today or on your next visit here to the Duck Pond.
Well, the Ducks take a 3-0 lead into inning number 7, and lefty Jake Fisher back to work against 6, 7, and 8 in Wally Backman's order. Jonathan Galvez, Vinny Sienna, and Ryan Wagner, the scheduled hitters.
You could hear the Irish music between innings 2. This is Irish night, and the Ducks have had the luck of the Irish so far, so let me do the sound effect one more time.
Here's Fisher to Galvez to begin the visitors' 7th. And missing in at the knees is Jake for ball 1. Galvez has flied to center and looked at strike 3. Earlier today, 1 for 2 with a single, a pair of walks, a pair of stolen bases. Scored a run and drove in a run in New Britain's 7-2 victory in our Camp Day matinee that began a few minutes after 11 a.m. this morning. 1-1 the count to the Bees' second baseman. Now a curve in too tight for ball 2. Series does wrap up tomorrow night at 6:35, and then this weekend the Somerset Patriots come calling. The first half Liberty Division champs and 7-0 to start the second half, although losing tonight in Southern Maryland as we speak are the Patriots as the Blue Crabs try to knock them off this incredible run of 7 straight wins and 11 victories in their last 12 games. 2-1 is fisted foul down the left field line to even up the count.
It's one thing you could seem to count on. Somerset Patriots always giving the opposition trouble. What a great rivalry between the Ducks and the Pats. And that will come to a head this weekend, even though we've got a long way to go till the end of the second half. But anytime the Ducks and Patriots meet, it is a playoff atmosphere.
And again, those two teams have met in the playoffs each of the last 3 years, with the Ducks winning the last 2 years and Somerset winning the year prior to that. So can the Ducks get there again? They either have to win the Liberty Division second half, or they have to become a wild card team if the Pats repeat. And right now, they are actually 4th in the wild card standing, the Ducks are. So I want to try to take the route of winning the division. Here, just past the outstretched glove of Lyons and into left center, as Galvez has his first hit of the night and the leadoff man aboard again for New Britain.
Yeah, second consecutive inning that the Bees have gotten the leadoff man aboard. Back in the 6th, one inning ago, Jake Fisher struck out the next 2 and got Matt Tuiasosopo to fly out to deep center field. Great play by Bonifacio. We'll see what happens here.
Well, here's Vinny Sienna, a former pick of the New York Mets back in 2015 out of the University of Connecticut. Played 3 years of A-ball in the Amazons organization, and yes, was a Brooklyn Cyclone back in 2015. So Sienna in, and Fisher busts him in with ball 1. Vinny tonight is fly to center and also struck out looking. He's 0 for 2. So Fisher again has scattered just 5 singles across his 7 innings of work now, and no New Britain B has even gotten to third base in this game against Long Island's lefty. Here, it looks like Fisher's asking Cabrera to roll through the signs again, and that's going to cause Sienna to step out and call time. Holds the set in the 1-0. Foul back for strike 1.
Speaking of the Brooklyn Cyclones, who play in MCU Park, this past Sunday was Bark in the Park night. Actually, it was more Bark in the Park afternoon. It was a day game in which the Cyclones invited fans to bring their pooches. They haven't been doing it as long as the Ducks have, though, and the Ducks do it, of course, at night. But always great to see families bringing their loving doggies and puppies to the game, and they had that in Brooklyn last weekend.
Be a 1-1 coming to Sienna here from Fisher. And that up high. Actually made a visit to MCU Park a couple of weeks back.
Did you?
And our former partner Keith Rad for the Brooklyn Cyclones. His first year on the job. So had some things going on in Brooklyn. So I said, let me stop in and see a game there. One of my favorite parks. It's been voted the most fun park in America because you got the amusement park beyond the outfield wall, including the Cyclone. But Keith Rad, our old buddy, is doing great and calling Cyclones baseball these days. Into right center field for the center fielder Bonifacio, and he will make the catch. Heading back to first is Galvez, 1 away.
With Bonifacio and center and Vega in right, you got 2 excellent outfielders who more or less crisscross there. Vega was right behind Bonifacio in right center field, and no problem there.
Of course, the Brooklyn Cyclones, the single-A affiliate of the New York Mets, and that was one of the stops of Wally Backman early on in his managing career. He, too, was the skipper of the Brooklyn Cyclones. And these days, do you know who's their manager, David?
Brooklyn Cyclones is Edgardo Alfonso.
That's right, the former Duck, Fonzie. Very good. Edgardo Alfonso, and his brother Edgar Alfonso was the very first manager in Cyclones history. The Cyclones started the year after the Ducks. The Ducks started in 2000. The Cyclones brought baseball back to Brooklyn in 2001. Here's Ryan Wagner, and he goes after the first pitch, and Couldn't get that with the proverbial 10-foot pole. It's strike one.
Miss Fonzie, he was terrific.
Oh, wasn't he great?
A great guy. I mean, just became a staple at third base and off the field, locker room, our interviews with him. What a wonderful guy.
Yeah, great to see him doing very well. The Cyclones raced out to an awesome beginning to their season. Again, a short season that begins in June. And Keith Rabb loving life these days as the voice of the Brooklyn Cyclones. And I tell you, it's a lot of fun, David. I love the park, but the unique thing about their press box, it's on the second level and it's outside.
Right.
So first of all, if you got stuff like I do everywhere, I'd need a million paperweights, or I couldn't call the game. But Keith loves it, you just being there. And as you say, you overlook the Cyclone and the boardwalk and the Atlantic Ocean and the old parachute drop and the amusement park. And, of course, surfing Stillwell where the hot dogs go with Nathan's, as this one is fouled down the left field line by Wagner. It's just so much to see from every seat at MCU Park.
And you get the breeze. You're not that far from the ocean.
Exactly right.
So you're right there, Coney Island. The boardwalk is right there, of course. So just a wonderful setting for baseball there.
Yes, if you get a chance and you want to head out to see a great ballpark and a great team right now, the Brooklyn Cyclones playing at MCU Park, as David said, in Coney Island. 0-2 here is just a bit high for ball one on Ryan Wagner. So Jake Fisher is rapidly approaching the century mark. That was his 99th pitch of the night, and this will be his 100th.
I know Kevin Baez would love to get him through the 7th.
Here's a 1-2. And it's chopped to short. Lyons has it take a crazy hop over his head. Oh, my goodness. David, we've seen some bad hops, but nothing quite like that. My goodness.
That thing looked like it hit concrete. You and I growing up, a Super Bowl, remember how the Super Bowl would bounce off the concrete?
That's right.
Straight up. That's what happened. It literally bounced right off the area where the dirt meets the grass, and Kevin Baez is walking to the mound, and looks like that's going to be it for Jake Fisher.
That'll be a tough way to go out on a bad hop on his 100th pitch. Well, let's see if this is to take the ball or to have a conversation with his lefty, who has been tremendous. It has scored a base hit, but the night is over. We're going to stick around here, though, let you listen to the ovation that Jake Fisher should get as he walks to the home dugout. And the fans know good pitching when they hear it. Great job by Fisher. New pitcher for Long Island. When we come back, the Bees will bring the tying run to the plate, trailing 3-0 here, but 2 on and 1 away when we return to CI.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLINY.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, top of the 7th, Ducks leading 3-0, and the Ducks make their first pitching change of the evening after a stellar performance by starter Jake Fisher, who went 6 1/3 of shutout ball, at least to this point. He is responsible for the 2 runners he leaves behind. 6 hits given up by Jake, struck out 7, did not walk a man. I can't think of too many 3-ball counts that he had either.
Nope.
I don't think he had any. As far as the new pitcher for the Ducks, the lefty Fisher replaced by the righty Dennis O'Grady, making his 32nd appearance of the season, all in relief. 30 1/3 innings pitched, has given up 34 hits and 11 earned runs, an ERA of about 3 1/4, 3.26. He has struck out 22, walked 10. Dennis O'Grady in middle relief here, late inning relief of Jake Fisher, trying to get out of this jam in the top of the 7th. 2 on, 1 out, and the Ducks leading 3-0 over the Bees.
So the Floral Park, Long Island native Dennis O'Grady in to face the 9-hitter, Vince Condi, who is 2 for 2 in this game with a pair of singles. Again, 2 of the 6 singles allowed by Jake Fisher before he departed. New Britain Bees only have 1 extra base hit all day in the doubleheader, and that was again in the earlier game today. Their 7-2 victory in the matinee off the bat of Brock Stassi. Ball 1 to Condi. Bees have Galvez at second, Wagner at first with 1 away, and the tying run is Condi at home. 1-0. Laid off it. It got the outside edge of the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Condi playing in just his 11th game after making his Bees debut June 28th. He has yet to hit a home run. He's a former Yankees pick in the 9th round of the 2014 selection out of Vanderbilt. 1-1. Wasted away off the railing in front of the Ducks dugout. And O'Grady has him set up at a ball and 2 strikes.
So Kevin Baez opting to go to the right-hander to replace Jake Fisher. Got a lot of high fives when he went into that dugout. That nice ovation from the fans after pitching beautiful baseball here on a gorgeous night.
Let's see if O'Grady can get it to the dugout with the lead at 3. And again, Fisher would be in line to pick up his 4th win of the year, even his record at 4-4. And just his 2nd victory in his last 10 starts. That is hard to believe with as well as Jake Fisher pitched tonight. Again, pitching for the first time in 13 days outside of the All-Star game, which was 1 inning a week ago tonight. 2-2 the count on the third baseman, Condi, trying to keep his perfect game intact. 2 hits and 2 at-bats. Pitch, slider, he waited on it, drilled it to center. Bonifacio will line it up, make the grab, and get the throw in, holding both runners 2 away.
That was a line drive hit very hard off the bat of Condi, but Bonifacio just had to backpedal a couple of steps, so a big second out. And there's 1 more out to go here, but you know that it would be such hard luck if either of these runners score on Jake Fisher's record, considering the fact that bad hop could easily have been a double play had it not taken that hop.
Yeah, that's a great point. It certainly would have been the way Dan Lyons and Jordani Valdespin turn it as middle infielders. They got that great chemistry working. And here's Darren Ford back at the top of the order. 0 for 3 in this game, 0 for 4 earlier today. So in the twin bill, he is a combined 0 for 7. And now just 2 for 22 in his last 6 games. Takes one low and away from O'Grady for ball 1. Dennis got that big second out, his first of the contest, getting the 9-man. But now it's Ford batting .273 when the night began. O'Grady working off that first base corner of the rubber, comes set at his belt, the 1-0. Fisted towards short. Lyons will shovel to Valdespin, and that'll do it for the Bees. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Time to stretch. Middle of the 7th inning in Central Islip. It remains the Long Island Ducks 3 and the New Britain Bees nothing.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Daniel Fields, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss, Chris King. Another pitching change for the New Britain Bees. 3rd pitcher of the game, 2nd consecutive lefty. Jim Fuller, the 5'10" left-hander from Underhill Center, Vermont. Fuller making his 22nd appearance, all in relief. 19 and a third innings pitched, has given up 24 hits in that 19 innings plus. Has given up just 8 earned runs. That's an ERA of 3.72. 25 strikeouts, so he can punch you out. And he has walked 7. So Jim Fuller in relief, third pitcher being used by skipper Wally Backman's New Britain Bees to face the Ducks in the bottom of the 7th, and the Ducks leading 3-zip.
Emilio Bonifacio, the first to see him, and the ex-Duck Fuller misses there with ball 1. Jim Fuller pitched for the Ducks last year, 18 times out of the pen as a reliever, a 1-0 record and a nice 2.30 earned run average. So the former Duck trying to keep the game where it is at 3-0 Long Island. The 1-0 is taken foul down the right field line. Strike 1 on Bonifacio, who's had a nice game. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run scored. So great job by O'Grady. And David, that wraps up officially Jake Fisher's outing, and he'll give us his line after the next toss from Fuller. The 1-1. Bunt shown, drawn back, taken low, ball 2.
A great set of numbers for Jake Fisher tonight. 6 and a third innings pitched, 6 hits, no runs. 7 strikeouts, did not walk a man, did hit 1 batter, and even 100 pitches, 71 of which, or 71% of which, were strikes.
Here it's taken the other way to right field. Charging in hard is Tuiasa Sopo. It'll drop in front of him, and Bonifacio has a 3-hit game. The leadoff man aboard for Long Island.
Bonifacio spending a lot of time on the base paths tonight. As you said, 3 singles. And Travis Snyder has a multiple hit game as well at the plate as the Ducks look for some added insurance in these late innings.
How about this day for Bonifacio, David? 2 for 4 in the day game, 3 for 4 in the nightcap. How's 5 for 8 in a twin bill? That's where Bonifacio is right now.
Yeah, he came in over 300 and it's still going up.
So here's Snyder looking for his 3rd hit. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run scored. Fuller's pitch to him is swung through for strike 1. So the Ducks again in double digits in hits. They had 11 hits in the day game but lost it 7-2. They now have 10 hits here tonight. Of course, Bonifacio can fly. 16 steals, been caught only once all year. He is right out the cutout, and I think he would try to go, but you got that lefty's advantage as Fuller stares him down. Does take off. The throw down is not in time. The head-first slide has him in with his 17th swipe of the season. Another man in scoring position for Long Island.
Wagner got the throw down there, but it seemed to sail a little bit at the tail end. And a quick swipe tag, nearly in time to get Bonifacio, but snuck in under the tag. So Bonifacio with nobody out in scoring position now. And it's the job of Travis Snyder with a 1-1 count, at the very least, to move that runner over with a grounder to the right side.
Yeah, make that productive out. If you're going to make one, make it productive. The Ducks would love to get a few more here before, again, that back end of the bullpen kicks in innings 8 and 9. 3-0 Long Island in the 7th. And Bonifacio with the single, the steal. And he's at second with nobody out. Snyder 1-1, the count on him at the plate. Fuller a check of Bonifacio's got a good-sized lead. And then the pitch nails the plate for strike 2. Snyder started the day 52 runs batted in, second in the league, trailing only Blake Galen of the Lancaster Barnstormers, who has 54 ribbies to lead the circuit. Got a man out there in Bonifacio who could bring him closer here on a base hit. The 1-2 is a breaking ball in, 2-2. Just a beautiful night for baseball as the sun finally sets. No breeze at all, no humidity either. First pitch temperature right around 80 degrees, and everybody just loving this. A crowd of nearly 5,000 tonight after nearly 6,000 earlier in the day. 2-2, popped it up foul behind home plate, and that'll reach the upper deck.
One thing tonight, we mentioned it earlier, without the breeze and with low humidity, the ball is just not carrying tonight. We've seen a couple of really big shots that have gone to the wall. Everybody with warning track power tonight. Nobody here in the nightcap has been able to hit it out. That wasn't the case earlier. Bonifacio hit one out for the Ducks earlier today.
So Snyder's still battling here, Fuller, in a lefty-lefty at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Holds that set above the belt. and then just misses away to run the count full. So Travis Snyder also had 2 hits in the day game, so right now he is sitting at 4 for 7 in the twin bill. Well, he and Bonifacio have had themselves one heck of a day at the ballpark, day and night combined. Fuller's payoff coming. And that pulled to second, as David talked about, make that productive out, and that's exactly what Snyder does as he moves Bonifacio to third with 1 away.
And it brings up the man you'd want at the plate in a situation where you're trying to bring in a run with less than 2 out and a runner on third, and that is the man with all that major league experience, Lou Ford. There you go, Bob Atone, public address announcer, who gets into his Lou.
So a little surprised here. The Bees are going to intentionally walk Lou Ford to deal with Taylor Ard. That's a bit of a surprise because, again, you are going righty to righty, and Taylor Ard is the hottest hitter on the Ducks right now with a 13-game hitting streak. So, you know what, David? They're going to try to set up the double play ground ball and get out of the inning.
Exactly. You know, Lou isn't the speediest of Ducks. Taylor Ard tends to hit everything hard, so that's what they're looking for as the infield drops back.
But, of course, David, he has driven in all 3 runs tonight for Long Island. So, again, they're giving up Ford to get to the guy who's the hottest hitter on the flock and has all 3 ribbies in a 3-0 game. Well, let's see if he can add to it here as Fuller's going to step off. Ard struck out swinging in the first, delivered a 2-run double in the third and a sac fly in the 5th. So officially 1 for 2 with a double and 3 runs batted in, all 3 for the Ducks' third baseman. Looks at that Fuller offering low and away for ball 1.
Yeah, that 2-run double was to left, and that sacrifice fly was to very deep left field. That was a ball where I think we both thought it was going to leave the park, right up against the King Cullen sign, but more than deep enough to bring the run home.
So Ducks with runners at the corners here in 1 away, trying to add to a 3-0 lead in their half of the 7th. The 1-0 is way outside. Nice backhand by Wagner, but it's ball 2 to Ard. So big jam for the former Long Island Duck Jim Fuller here. Brought in to protect the 3-0 deficit and try to keep it there, but Long Island trying to blow it open a bit here in the 7th. The 2-0 waved through and over the top of by Ard for strike 1.
That was a good pitch by Fuller. Had it darting away from Ard, who was looking for something really good to smash, but couldn't reach it.
So Fuller replaces Chris Reed, 1 1/3 of 1 hit shutout ball, 1 walk, no strikeouts in relief. The 2-1, another swing and a miss. So Fuller, after falling behind 2-0, gets it back to level at 2-2. Taylor windmills the bat and then brings it up above his right shoulder. Fuller a check of first, and the pitch fouled straight back to the backstop, and the count holds.
As the saying goes, when you foul one straight back, you just missed it. He was on it, little under it.
Mention Ard in the 10 home runs, tied for the team lead. 2 of those have come against New Britain pitching this year. So he's got to be feeling pretty comfortable with as locked in as he is, the night he's having, and now another 2-2. I only got him for the first time here in his last 3 at-bats. He is retired on the first strikeout by Fuller, 2 away.
And that's the 4th time tonight the Ducks have gone down on strikes. First strikeout for Fuller, and a very big one, now 2 down. Be up to big David Washington here in a lefty-lefty matchup.
So David stands in 0 for 2. He walked his last time through. Prior to that, a fly ball to center, a ground ball to second. 2 on, 2 out. Ducks with a 3-0 lead in the home 7th. Fuller's pitch gets the plate for strike 1. And Washington did not play in the day game. He provided the Ducks' only run in their rubber game loss Sunday in York, Pennsylvania. They fell to the Revolution 2-1. He hit his 10th home run of the season, but that was it offensively for Long Island. As Tyler Badamo pitched brilliantly, but lost. Here a moon ball to left. Oh my goodness, is that way up there? Who's going to make the call here? It's Stassi, the left fielder, and that'll do it for Long Island. No runs, a hit, a walk. 2 men left. We go to the 8th At the Duck Pond, Long Island leads New Britain 3-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder David Washington, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
We asked people across Long Island, what does energy efficiency mean to you?
Energy efficiency? It means finding ways to save a few dollars on my electric bill each month.
PSEG Long Island is introducing smart technologies that let you control just how much energy you use.
To me, it really is important to keep Long Island green so future generations can enjoy our island's beauty.
And we're partnering on renewable sources that will keep Long Island sustainable for generations. Discover all of our energy efficiency programs at psegLiny.com/efficiency.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, David Weiss, Chris King, who will be returning in just a moment, indisposed, if you know what I mean. As we go to the top of inning number 8, and a new pitcher for the Long Island Ducks. There, we heard it from Bob Atone, PA announcer, and my sound alike, according to many. I don't get it. But in any case, number 11, Colton Murray, the 6-foot right-hander from Sun Lake, Arizona. Murray, the new pitcher for the Long Island Ducks. Colton making his 12th appearance, all in relief, 10 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits given up, just 2 earned runs, 1.69 ERA in those 11 appearances, 17 strikeouts in 10 2/3, and has walked 6. Colton Murray. Again, all 6 foot of him. And he's the new pitcher for the Long Island Ducks. He is the 3rd pitcher of the evening, trying to get it through the 8th to the 9th. Ducks leading it 3-0.
Well, Dennis O'Grady faces 2 batters, retires them both, so 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. And in the broadcast booth, we turn it over to the closer, David Weiss.
Thank you so much. Kinger, Chris King. Ducks, 3 runs, 10 hits. The Bees, no runs, 6 hits. Neither team has committed a miscue defensively. And the first pitch on the way to Brock Stassi, the left fielder for the New Britain Bees, is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Stassi is flied to center. He has struck out, and he singled in the 6th, 1 for 3, batting for the left side against the righty. Colton Murray pitching from the stretch, the 1-0 on the way, and that's over the plate for a strike. Good fastball, 1-1. Ducks scoring 2 runs in the 3rd, adding another in the 5th. And there's your 3-0 score to this point. Brilliant pitching by the Ducks. Certainly the star of the game to this point, Jake Fisher. 6 innings pitched, 6 hit, shutout ball. 1-1 pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch up high, 2-1 to Brock Stassi. And between Jake Fisher and reliever Dennis O'Grady, through 7 innings, the Ducks have not walked a man. And I will probably regret saying that as the count is 2-1, and I too have that reputation of bringing things on when I say something. 2-1 the count to Stassi. Davidson Romero, the big DH, waiting on deck. And a check swing, ruled a check swing by 3rd base umpire Silvio Martinez. And it is now 3 balls and a strike to Stassi.
If he walks him, you're done. I'm taking it back.
I'm
taking
leaving.
it back.
I'm going right to the parking lot. Cashing in my chips.
After your performance in trivia, I can't believe you risked
I know I should
tarnishing it.
I know. I went 4 for 4 in trivia, batting 1,000. 3-1 count. Pitch on the way. Outside corner for a strike.
Oh.
And Brock Stassi does something that I don't think any umpire likes. Threw the bat toward the dugout and took a step toward home plate. Now, taking a step's okay, but throwing the bat.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
So, I think you better protect here, David, on the 3-2. What do you think?
I agree.
I think that strike zone has just grown by leaps and bounds.
It is. Man, Colton Murray could throw it up here in the broadcast booth. I think it might be called a strike by Tom Gandolfo. So Stassi at the plate as Murray comes set. And the payoff pitch on the way. Outside corner.
Well, shocker.
I tell you, it looked like it had it. Tom Gandolfo gave it a long look, and that looked like it had a part of the outside corner, but Stassi does walk. I brought it on. My fault. First walk of the game issued by Long Island Ducks pitching, and leading by 3. You don't want to give up a free pass this late in the game. Davidson Romero, the DH, now up.
So, aside from your incredible trivia performance, you have now cost the Ducks the no-hitter with that no-no mention earlier in the game, and cost the Ducks their first walk. So you got to wear this one as well, David.
I do.
All right, as long as you do.
Wearing it around my neck. Wear it all the way home. You'll see me driving with it on Southern State Parkway. That one's fouled over our heads to the right. No balls and a strike to Romero, who is 0 for 3. Always dangerous, of course, the home run derby champ from last week's All-Star game. Romero has bounced out to short twice and was one of the 7 strikeout victims of Jake Fisher.
All kidding aside, though, David, we talked about the day game where the Ducks walked 12 Bs to have no walks into the 8th inning. Big reason why they're leading this game and why they lost the first one.
Colton Murray trying to shut the Bees down here, and this one is swung on and hit to left field, playable. Lou Ford coming in a few steps. That one was hit a lot higher than it was far, and Lou makes the catch, 1 down.
Yeah, I looked at those 7 runs by the New Britain Bees earlier today, David. 4 of the 7 runs were scored by men who walked to get aboard, and again, 4 of the runs were on bases-loaded walks issued by Ducks pitching. So they basically just gave the game to New Britain, but the nightcap has been the polar opposite thus far. No Bee has reached third base, and only 1 Bee has walked. That was Stassi to open the 8th.
It's Jason Rogers, All-Star this season, at the plate. He's 0 for 3, struck out twice. Runner on, 1 out. Top of the 8th, Ducks leading 3-0 over the Bees. And the first pitch is inside, bit low as well, 1-0. So as nauseous as Kevin Baez must have been in that first game, watching one run after another coming in on free passes on walks, and nothing will drive a manager more crazy than that. He had to be just as happy tonight with what he has seen, especially from Jake Fisher.
Absolutely right.
1-0 the count to Rogers. Pitch on the way, looked like it had the plate, but downstairs, now 2-0.
Colton Murray kicking away at that area directly in front of the rubber. I'm not sure if he's got the footing quite as he wants it. And now he places that push foot, his right leg, for a right-hander, and see if he's improved it any here to get it the way he needs it.
Rogers was 1 for 4 with a run scored in the opener of the doubleheader today. 2-0 pitch on the way. Big home run cut. Good fastball from Colton Murray. That was high heat. Some cheese. And unable to reach it was Rogers. His 2 balls and a strike. Rogers was 0 for 2 in the All-Star game last week here at Bethpage Ballpark. Without exception, every one of the sellout plus that came to that All-Star game left absolutely giddy about what they saw. 2-1 pitch on the way is smacked left field, very high, foul territory, giving chase, but landing in the stands. Taylor Ard, third baseman, Dan Lyons, shortstop, Lou Ford, forming a Bermuda Triangle to try to get to it, but it does land in the left field seats. So the count now even at Jason Rogers, 2-2.
The break for Jason Rogers, David, as you said, I thought it was high enough that somebody might get to it, but it also just continued to travel into the seating bowl.
But again, no breeze involved here. The wind non-existent on an otherwise extremely comfortable night. Humidity down after all those storms that pushed through yesterday. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that's downstairs, blocked nicely by Ramon Cabrera. Keeping the runner, Brock Stassi at first base, so the count now full. And you would think, trailing by 3, skipper Wally Backman is not going to put his runner in motion.
Well, they need to get him aboard here, and Rogers, and that would bring Tuiasa Sopo as the tying run to home plate. So absolutely, I don't think he can risk that at this point.
So a big pitch coming here for Colton Murray. Big moment in this game. He does not want to issue another free pass. Murray comes set. Payoff pitch is on the way inside, nearly hit Rogers, who is aboard. So 2 walks in this inning. After 7 innings of no walk ball, now 2 given up by Colton Murray in this 8th inning, and the tying run comes to the plate.
Now Ramon Cabrera goes out to talk to Colton Murray, but they're just talking signals as Tom Gandolfo gives us the safe sign, indicating that is not a charged timeout for the Long Island Ducks. You are allowed 3 per game in Atlantic League play, and again, if you change pitchers, that is not considered a timeout.
So the Ducks, and specifically Colton Murray, Duck reliever on the mound, have some problems to deal with here. 2 aboard, just 1 out. Matt Tuiasosopo, the right fielder for the New Britain Bees at the plate. Came in batting just .214, 3 homers. He's knocked in 15. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way, upstairs. At the letters, just a little above that. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, Tuiasosopo in a bit of a slump lately, David, just 3 for 23 now in his last 7 games. So he's not been able to find his stroke, and Colton Murray would love to see a hard ground ball at a middle infielder and try to turn 2 and get to the dugout.
His last at bat, he hit it to deep center. And a hard slider diving outside. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Kevin Baez, I would assume, in the Ducks dugout getting queasy. So we'll see just how long a leash for Colton Murray on the mound. Getting dicey now, leading by 3, but it's tenuous. With 2 on, only 1 out, and now 2 balls and no strikes to the right fielder for the Bees. Murray's 2-0 on the way, and there's a ground ball toward the middle, taken by Dan Lyon. Steps on second for 1, over to first, double play! Inning-ending twin killing for the Long Island Ducks. It couldn't have come at a better time. 6-6-3. Bees erased and swatted at the end of 8 complete. Make that 7.5? Yeah, 7.5. So excited, forgot where I was and what time it was. The Ducks continue to lead. The New Britain Bees going to the bottom of the 8th, leading 3-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Shahid Jurgens, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? Long Island's hometown team is proud to present the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty drafts and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks-branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Long Island Ducks with a 3-0 lead, and Wally Backman has brought in his 4th pitcher of the night. He is the right-hander, Brandon Kinniff. So the former Duck, Jim Fuller, works 1 inning, the 7th. No hits, no runs, 1 walk, it was intentional, and 1 strikeout before giving way to the 29-year-old right-hander from Corona, California. Stands 6 foot tall, 185-pound Brandon Kinniff. Again, a former big leaguer is Kinniff, making it to the show with the Atlanta Braves back in 2015 and 2016. This season, Kinniff has the highest ERA on the team at 9.00. That's because he's only pitched in 1 game for New Britain, and in that game he worked an inning, allowing 2 hits and 1 run. He walked 1 and didn't strike out anyone. So newcomer and former big leaguer Brandon Kinniff, in just his 2nd appearance for the Bees here, goes to work against the bottom third of the Ducks' order in the bottom of the 8th.
And they start with switch hitter Ramon Cabrera, the Ducks catcher, who tonight 0 for 3. He's flied out twice and fouled out. One of his flyouts was to very deep right field. As he Swings to the first pitch, hits it in the air, playable right side. Jason Rogers gives way to catcher. Ryan Wagner makes the catch between home and first behind home plate. So 1 pitch and 1 out here in the 8th for the Ducks.
Right fielder number 9, Anthony Vega, number 9.
And left-handed hitting Anthony Vega, the right fielder for the Ducks. Now coming up with 1 out, nobody on. Ducks leading by 3. They wouldn't mind tacking on another run or 2 entering the top of the 9th. Vega tonight 0 for 2 with a 1. Standing deep in the box, slightly open stance as Kenneth comes set and hits the outside corner for a strike 0-1 to Vega. So far to this point in the game, late as we are, the Irish eyes are smiling for the Long Island Ducks as Vega hits it out of play left side, quickly 0-2 on Irish night. Commemorative cups were given out to the first 1,500 fans. Lots of folks wearing green. And as part of our pregame show, in case you missed it, Jerry Finley, great Irish singer, sang the Irish national anthem, and he was wonderful. 0-2 pitch inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that was followed up by the national anthem from the Metronomes from Green Lawn, youngsters, and I'm talking, couldn't have been more than 6, 7, 8-year-olds maybe.
Great job with the strings doing it.
Absolutely, violins, and just a great job to start this nightcap off. 1-2 pitch on the way to Vega. There's a big bouncer taken on a couple of big hops by first baseman Rogers. Collision at first base.
Now, he just wiped out, David. He lost his footing as he tried to beat Vega to the bag and fell hard on his back, but it appears Rogers is okay. That was scary, as somehow Vega avoided him at the last second.
Yeah, it happened so quickly. It looked like they had run into each other, but you're right. Coming down off that high hop.
That's what it was, yeah.
Rogers over to the bag and just went down, but was able to tag the bag even as he went down. So there are now 2 outs, and Rogers seems to be okay.
Well, here's Dan Lyons, again sitting on 998 career hits as a professional baseball player. So, David, take it away.
Lyons fly to center his first time up, and 2 singles to bring him to 998. First pitch on the way, right down Carlton Avenue for a strike. So it's 0-1. The second hit for Lyons was an infield single. He was erased on a double play 1 batter later. Valdespine hitting into it. But Lyons with a very good night, 2 for 3. They're looking for 999 here. 0-1 pitch, way outside off the glove of catcher Ryan Wagner, and all the way to the backstop. It's 1-1.
Do you have anything ready for 999?
I'd probably go to the Wizard of Oz again. Danny deserves it. I've only done it once. Thanks to Chris, who kind of stepped away and I jumped in.
Our tag team call.
Yeah, that was a couple of seasons ago. That was the Lions and Homers and Ribby's oh my call. 1-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball toward the hole short. And it is off the glove of Vinny Sienna. And that should be an error.
I think you're right.
But let's see how it's scored. Is it 999 or is it E6?
I'm betting E6.
I would think so too.
Kind of a routine ground ball. It was to his backhand side.
And it stayed down.
And it is an error.
There you go. But Lyons is aboard. So he'll have to wait for 999 and then 1,000.
But you know what, David? It's a good thing he wasn't sitting on 999. That would be pretty anticlimactic, right? Watching the scoreboard to see if it's hit 1,000 or error 1, right?
Yeah, you want something a little cleaner than that.
That's right.
Jordani Valdespine is up. He is 1 for 4 tonight. An infield single back in the third, his 100th hit of the season. And Valdespine, knowing it meant a lot to him, had the ball taken out of play and kept it. He's also fouled out, flied out, and hit into a double play. So 1 for 4 tonight. 2 out, 1 on. 0-1 the count to Valdespine. And the Ducks looking to add to this 3-0 lead. A big home run, swing and a miss for Valdespine, and it's 0-2.
Of course, we would expect to see K-Rod in the top of the 9th inning, the closer for the Long Island Ducks. If the game stays not at or near where it is, right now it is a save situation. If the Ducks add to it, if K-Rod was up and hot, Kevin Byers probably bring him in anyway.
You would think so. Valdespine waggling that bat, the 0-2 well outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The red hot Emilio Bonifacio waiting on deck, who is 3 for 4 tonight.
Of course, Bonifacio's first 2 games as a Duck, David, were both 4-hit games up in New Britain against these Bees.
He loves New Britain Bees pitching. 1-2 pitch to Valdespin. Lifts it in the air. Looks like it's playable. Ryan Wagner behind home plate, racing back to the netting, and he can't get it. It is off the netting as Wagner falls into the netting. So Ryan Wagner looked like a lobster off Montauk there, caught up in the netting.
You know what? He had a big problem getting free of home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo as well, David. Interesting play. Had that not hit the netting, I think he would have been upset that he just couldn't get away from the home plate umpire who didn't step out of his way. Once it hit the netting, it became a moot point.
Right. It hit about a third up in the netting, so it was not in the field of play. But Wagner gave it a shot, and Valdespin is still alive. A 1-2 with 2 out, bottom of the 8th, 1 on. Pitch, swing and a miss. And Valdespin goes down swinging. So in the inning, no runs, no hits. There was an error and a man left. We have finished 8 complete. We expect K-Rod to enter. The Ducks trying to put away the Bees, leading after 8, 3-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jake Dunning, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, we head to inning number 9. The Ducks with a 3-0 lead, and as expected, K-Rod Francisco Rodriguez enters for Long Island, the 36-year-old native of Venezuela. Of course, 4th all-time in Major League history with 437 saves, trailing only Mariano Rivera, Trevor Hoffman, and Lee Smith. In his first season as a Long Island Duck, the numbers on K-Rod, 22 games, all in relief, a 2-0 record, a 3.27 ERA. In 22 innings of work, he's allowed 15 hits. He's walked a dozen, struck out 21. Opponents are batting just 192 against him. He's allowed 1 home run, and he does have 14 saves. That is 3rd most in the league. This is a save opportunity for K-Rod against Galvez, Sienna, and Wagner, 6, 7, and 8, the schedule hitters for Wally Backman's guys.
Well, to say that the Bees have some work to do is an understatement against K-Rod. But we'll see. Never over till it's over.
Okay, Yogi.
My all-time favorite line for Yogi, by the way, and I know them all. I've got the Yogi book. Interviewed him way back in the 90s. My favorite line, he was on a plane, and he was going from one coast to another, and the time zones were changing, and somebody asked Yogi on the plane, "What time is it?" He said, "You mean now?" He was so confused he didn't know what time it was.
You mean now.
You mean now. First pitch from K-Rod, nips the outside corner for a strike against Jonathan Galvez, who was 1 for 3 tonight. He's lined to center, struck out, and singled back in the 7th. Ducks leading by 3, looking for a split of this day-night doubleheader. The 0-1 from K-Rod to Galvez. Looked like it hit the outside corner, same spot, but called the ball this time by home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo. It's 1-1. Galvez being played more or less straight away in the outfield. Dan Lyons shading him in the hole at short, otherwise straight away on the infield. 1-1 pitch is flared right side. If it's fair, it's trouble, but that twists into the stands about 4 rows deep. David Washington gave it a run, and somebody made a very nice barehanded catch in the
They
stand.
actually brought their mitt, David. They had their mitt, and it was right in the glove. So I think folks were applauding that. Number one, you had the presence of mind to bring the old glove to the ballpark, and you used it.
Which you should. At Bethpage Ballpark, even right behind home plate on the ricochets, everything's in play.
Yep.
Bring that mitt. So it's 1-2. K-Rod to Jonathan Galvez. And the pitch. Smoke foul, right side. That one ricochet all the way to the concessions. And the count remains 1-2. Galvez, Vinny Sienna, and Ryan Wagner, number 6, 7, and 8, against Francisco Rodriguez, the former major leaguer. Here in the top of the 9th. Ducks leading 3-0. One-two to Galvez. Foul again, left side. The B's second baseman hanging tough against one of the best relievers the major leagues has ever known. 1-2 the count.
Of all the great Yogi-isms, David, I think my favorite might be when Yogi was asked about a restaurant in New York City.
Right.
Said nobody goes there anymore. It's way too crowded.
Which makes sense.
It does.
In a convoluted Yogi sort of way.
It does.
Yeah. If you come to a fork in the road, take it. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And going down swinging is Galvez on a pitch that was darting away from him.
By K-Rod means there's another K.
So that's a strikeout. And that is the 8th strikeout for Ducks pitching here tonight, and first, obviously, for K-Rod.
Shortstop, number 16, Vinny Sienna, number 16.
Vinny Sienna now fly to deep center his first time up. Has also struck out and then fly to center again. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Ducks 2 outs away, leading 3-0 here, top of inning 9. And the first pitch on the way is high and away, 1-0 to Sienna.
A little trouble with the landing spot that time for K-Rod as he directs conversation home to Ramon Cabrera saying, my bad, he just fell the wrong way off that pitch.
1-0 pitch on the way, inside corner strike. Not sure if Vinny Sienna agrees at the plate, but it's 1-1 with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th. Ducks have played beautifully here tonight, matching the weather. 3 runs, 10 hits for the Ducks. No runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the New Britain Bees. And the 1-1 downstairs. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Sienna.
The Ducks can hold on here, David. These teams have played 3 previous series this year. All 3 have gone to a rubber game. If the Ducks win this, they split the twin bill. Guess what? A 4th straight rubber game between the Ducks and the Bees will be tomorrow night.
6:35 game time. 2-1 the count to Sienna. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Maybe just a foul tip at the plate, popped in and out of the mitt of Ramon Cabrera. But the result is the same. It's a strike. It's 2-2.
The Ducks won the first 2 rubber games. New Britain won the most recent one, but certainly Long Island hoping to get there again tomorrow night.
K-Rod comes set, the 2-2 on the way, and that one just up high, off-speed pitch. And the count now full. Last thing Francisco wants to do is to walk a man here. Leading by 3. He can give it the best he's got. Serve it up to Sienna and say, here, try to hit it. Here's the payoff on the way, and that one is hit in the air, playable, infield. Giving way Washington. Valdespin calls him off and makes the grab on the dirt. 2 down.
So K-Rod and the Ducks an out away, but the 8 and 9 guys, David, for New Britain have 4 of their 6 hits in the game. Wagner here has 2, and then the 9-man Condi has 2. All 6 hits singles tonight, and singles only for the visitors.
Wagner hit by a pitch in the 3rd. That broke up the perfect game at the time for Jake Fisher, who had retired. Everybody to that point. And 2 singles since. Pitch on the way to Wagner. High, tight, right up against his chest. 1 ball and no strikes to the New Britain Bees catcher. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 9th, Ducks leading 3-0, looking for the split of this day-night doubleheader. K-Rod set, and the 1-0. That one is drilled left field. fair, it's trouble, and it twists into the patio section down the left field line. Not quite home run distance, but close and about a yard or two foul.
Hey, he was just out in front of it, but certainly got a lot of that ball out of the right hand of Francisco Rodriguez, but it's just strike one instead.
So the count 1-1. Pitch on the way. That one again hit high, far, and foul down the left field line. So it's now 1-2. Ducks and K-Rod, one strike away. Waiting for the fans to get up and start cheering, but they're so lulled into a nice mood by the weather. Now, here they go. 1-2 pitches on the way, and that's a ground ball, just foul, down the third base line.
Yeah, I am surprised too, David, because usually, when K-Rod's on the hill, everybody's into the strikeout, and one strike away from the win. Maybe a lot of these 11,000 who came through the turnstiles today have been here for both games, and they're just a little worn out.
Or they're just so relaxed.
That's true.
That kind of night.
It is.
Comfortable humidity, beautiful weather. Now here we go. 1-2 the count. 2 out, nobody on, top of the ninth. Ducks leading 3-0. K-Rod on the mound. Ryan Wagner at the plate. Pitch is on the way. Just missed the outside corner. Ouch, that was close. Fans didn't like it. K-Rod wasn't thrilled. So, count now even. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. And we'll do it all over again. Wagner at the plate, K-Rod on the mound. Gets the sign from catcher Ramon Cabrera. And the 2-2 is on the way. That's a ground ball, left side, taken by Taylor Ard. Throw across, scooped up by David Washington. Yes! And the ball game is over. On Irish night at Bethpage Ballpark, when Irish eyes are smiling and the Ducks are flying away, the crowd will cheer Long Island, eating pulled pork and cabbage all day. Ducks win! Ducks win! 3-0. They beat the Bees, swatting them down. A split of the day-night doubleheader.
Very nice, David. David O'Weiss now, right? O'Weiss?
O'Weiss tonight. On Irish night, the Ducks, with the luck of the Irish tonight, and made their own luck with a fantastic pitching performance by Jake Fisher. And relievers after that, K-Rod the save, and the Ducks with a 3-zip win.
So the 5th shutout win of the season for the Long Island Ducks as they blank New Britain and earn the split. That'll set us up for a rubber game tomorrow night. And this one all about Jake Fisher, 6 1/3 of 6-hit shutout ball, and offensively led by Taylor Ard, who drove in all 3 runs with a 2-run double and a sac fly. All in all, David, 11,000 come through the turnstiles here this afternoon, a win and a loss. And a lot of great entertainment in between innings as well. And it looks like John Brownell wants to pitch the 10th inning, I think, is the pitching coach is out there. You know what? He's concerned with the rubber.
The mound.
He is. He's concerned. That's what a pitching coach does, right? Brownell talking with the grounds crew about that rubber that a couple of Duck relievers had some problems with tonight. So good job, Brownie, getting it fixed for the rubber game in time for tomorrow night.
We'll take a break, return with the post-game show, and wrap this one up from Bethpage Ballpark. A nice victory for the Long Island Ducks over the New Britain Bees, 3-0. We'll be back.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jake Fisher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Go Ducks.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Chris King and David Weiss back to Bethpage Ballpark.
I think you heard some of that pregame pretzel come back on me. I apologize.
Well, David, what a day and night for the Long Island Ducks. They fell in the opener at 11 a.m. this morning, 7-2, but they bounced back in brilliant fashion tonight as they blanked the Bees 3-0 your final. And again, it's easy pickings for David and I tonight for our players of the game for Long Island, plural, of course. Jake Fisher is one of them, 6 1/3 of 6-hit shutout ball. No walks, 7 strikeouts, picks up his 4th win of the year and his first win in exactly 1 month. Offensively, the Ducks, of course, led by Taylor Ard, who goes 1 for 3 in the game. That one hit, though, a 2-run double with 2 outs in the 3rd inning that broke the scoreless tie, added a sac fly in the 5th that brought home the other run. So Taylor Ard drives in all 3. Jake Fisher, 6 1/3 of 6-hit shutout ball, and then Dennis O'Grady, Colton Murray, and K-Rod close it out. K-Rod picks up his 15th save of the season, and the Ducks earn the split in front of nearly 11,000 fans, David, through the 2 games here today on just a perfect day and night for the game of baseball.
Yeah, the Ducks organizationally have to be very proud of what they accomplished today. The day-night doubleheader with a turnaround that's, several hours between games, but you got to get everything cleared out, everything cleaned up, and then reset for the game. Of course, coming up later on, and the day campers had a wonderful time here today. Thousands of day campers and counselors and parents were here for that 11 o'clock game. Ducks came up short in that game, but everybody had a wonderful time. And then tonight, just another big crowd, wonderful weather, and a really good Ducks victory in which they excelled in every facet of the game.
So Irish night, the luck of the Irish on the side of the Ducks. They take the nightcap, 3-0 your final. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, a quick recap of how it went down tonight. We'll run you through the Olin Torton out-of-town scoreboard, preview tomorrow night's rubber game pitching matchup, and wrap this one up. Again, the final segment is straight ahead. The Ducks are winners. 3-0 your final here tonight at the Duck Pond.
Hey, fan, this is Jordani Valles being second baseman, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Sayville Ford, Long Island's Ford giant, has been family-owned and operated for over 60 years. Stop by today to check out their giant selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives and a luxurious customer lounge. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford, the no-fees dealer. Visit online at SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more. Call 855-917-8737 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Refreshments including hot dogs, chips, cupcakes, frozen ice treats, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Chris King and David Weiss back one final time to Bethpage Ballpark. We're in the nightcap tonight. The Long Island Ducks defeated the New Britain Bees by the final score of 3-0. The Bees took the day game 7-2, but Long Island earned the split. Pretty good pitching matchup heading in. Rainey Lara, the right-hander for New Britain, against Jake Fisher, the lefty for Long Island. A week ago tonight, they both pitched in the All-Star game for the victorious Liberty Division as teammates, but tonight they went head-to-head, and it was a scoreless game and a terrific pitcher's duel into the home half of the 3rd when the Ducks finally broke through again on a 2-out, 2-run double to left by Taylor Ard that brought home Valdespine and Snyder, and Long Island had the 2-0 lead. It stayed that way to the last of the 5th when once again Ard drove in a run, this time a sac fly to left that plated Bonifacio, and the Ducks had a 3-0 advantage. There would be no further scoring the rest of the way. So Fisher was terrific, as was O'Grady, Murray, and K-Rod, as the Ducks earned their 5th shutout win of the season. The final numbers for Long Island: 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They did leave 10 men on base. For New Britain, no runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They stranded 8. The winner is Jake Fisher. He goes to 4-4. The loser, Rainey Lara, he drops to 5-4. And K-Rod picks up his 15th save of the season. The game played in a very efficient 2 hours and 48 minutes before a crowd of 4,952. So with the victory. Long Island goes to 5-3. They snap a 2-game losing streak. The Bees fall to 4-4. Their 2-game winning streak comes to an end. Ducks are 1-1, 2 games into this 6-game homestand, and they lead the season series over New Britain, 6 wins to the Bees 5. On the out-of-town scoreboard earlier today down in Sugar Land, Texas, Skeeters blanked the Road Warriors 5-0. Sugar Land has won 6 straight. The Road Warriors are now 0-9 to open up the second half. Ducks got some help down in Waldorf, Maryland, as the Blue Crabs held off the Patriots. Somerset scored a run in the 9th, but could not tie the game, so Southern Maryland wins it 4-3. Somerset suffers their first loss of the second half. They were 7-0 in the second half, but Southern Maryland wins it tonight, setting up a rubber game there tomorrow night. And York in Lancaster tonight, the battle of the Pennsylvania teams. The Revs lead the Barnstormers 2-1 in the top of the 7th after they split a twin bill yesterday. Of course, Mets and Yankees are both off. The whole league's off for All-Star break. Mets will be at the Yanks in the Bronx on Friday night for a big 3-game set. So, David, the Ducks do their job. They get some help from the Blue Crabs. They pull within 2 of the first-place Patriots, who have lost 1 game finally, and of course Somerset will be here on the weekend for a huge series. And how confident are the Ducks when they're handing the ball to Bennett Parry tomorrow night? 6-1 on the year, 2.60 ERA, the league leader in strikeouts is the lefty, but the Bees will counter with their righty, Mark Hamburger, who's also won 6 games, but he's lost 5, ERA of 3.80. One of those 2 pitchers hoping to become just the second 7-game winner this year in the Atlantic League.
And we mentioned every time the Ducks and Patriots get together, it feels like the playoffs. They've faced each other in 3 consecutive seasons in the playoffs. Ducks winning 2 of those 3 playoff series. So it's always going to be fun when they come in. We know the weather's going to be good. I think through the weekend, things get a little more humid after that, but we should be A-OK for the weather, which was very cooperative here today. And again, even though the Ducks split, it felt like a win all the way around with all the day campers earlier today, and then a beautiful pitching performance by our player of the game, Jake Fisher, in the nightcap.
And David, I should have thrown you into player of the game. You did go 4 for 4 in Trinity, but then you did blow the no-hitter, and you also blew the walk-free game. So which way you want to look at it, I'm not sure.
There you go. But before we leave, before you hit the closing music, I'm going to sing this again.
All right, you got to do it.
I am so proud of this.
It's great. It is. I love it.
Atlantic League Irish version of the Unicorn song, which is something we hear every year on St. Patrick's Day.
Of course.
But on Irish night here at Bethpage Ballpark, here we go. We've got green barnstormers and long-neck bees, the Somerset Patriots and Road Warriors, if you please. The Revs, the Crabs, the Skeeters bring plenty of yucks, but there's no team like our Long Island Ducks. There you go.
There is no possible way I can top that, my friend.
We're done.
Cue the Oscar music. Wrap it up, David.
Once again, final score from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip in the second game of this day-night doubleheader. The Ducks 3, New Britain nothing, after the Ducks fell to the Bees 7-2 earlier today. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast tomorrow night when the Ducks host these same Bees in the finale of this 3-game series. Pregame show at 6:20, first pitch scheduled for 6:35 p.m. right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, liducks.com, youtube.com/ducksbaseball, and facebook.com/liducks. For Chris Corned Beef King, I'm David Cabbage with a little gefilte fish Weiss. Thanks so much for listening. We'll do it all over again tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. The Ducks, always on or close to schedule. Good night.